For every Filipino fan, there's one app made just for you. Watch the biggest games live. UAAP, PBA, PVL, and more on your preferred device anytime, anywhere. Go beyond the game with originals and shorts. All these and more for only $149 a month. Scan the QR code and type "Get Started" to proceed.
Good evening, PBA fans. It's Carla Lazardo Sulet welcoming you to our live chat party for Season 50 of the Commissioner's Cup Finals right here on our One Sports YouTube channel presented by TapTap. Alam ko, excited tayong lahat para sa Game 4 ng Ginebra kontra TNT. But before the game starts for today, we will be seeing the awarding of the Best Player of the Conference and Best Import Awardee. RJ Abarrientos and Justin Brownlee are the leading candidates for these awards. Brownlee has 50.5 statistical points, aiming for his 4th Best Import Award. But TNT's Chris McCullough is at second with 49.3 statistical points, and Jalen Johnson comes third, off Rainer Shine, of course, with 47.2 statistical points. Now, RJ Abarrientos is the leading BPC candidate. Yung cut-off ng ating BPC was end of the semis. He is actually the only one who has made it past the semis amongst all of our candidates. Despite his early exit, another strong contender is Robert Bolick of NLEX, keeping the #1 spot in terms of statistics with 38.9 statistical points, followed by San Miguel Beer's Junmar Fajardo with 38.6 statistical points. We also have Richie Rivero from Phoenix, 33.6 statistical points, and Jerry Kahanmisi with 32.8 statistical points. So makikita natin at 7:30 yung awarding ng ating Best Import and Best Player of the Conference. So tutok lang kayo dito sa One Sports YouTube channel. Now, pag-usapan naman natin ng ating Game 3 recap. What a game that was and what a series this has been. Ginebra shot for that 3-1 lead against TNT to even the series at 2-all here. And they're trying to even the series here at 2-all in Game 4 of our Commissioner's Cup Finals. Justin Brownlee had 41 huge points, and Ginebra posted that strong 116-102 win in Game 3 to regain control. Stephen Holt was the one who came alive after 2 quiet games as Scotty Thompson and RJ Abarrientos also stepped in for Ginebra's locals. Chris McCullough had 44 points para dito sa TNT, but it was not enough. And again, they are trying to tie the series at 2-all here in our best-of-7 final series. Let's check out the statistics from that game. Ginebra had the lead when it comes to assists, 27-22, as well as with steals, 10-3. And then points of turnovers, they really made the most out of those turnovers committed by TNT, 20-9. So those were the stats from that game that really stood out, and that is what gave Barangay Ginebra the win in that game. Let's talk about the key players from both of these teams, starting with Justin Brownlee, who seized control, as always, para dito sa Barangay Ginebra. He had 41 points, 13 in the 4th quarter, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 16 out of 21 from the field. And of course, he was supported by none other than RJ Abarrientos, who was silent throughout the game, but of course, nagparamdam na naman sa ating 4th quarter. Let's check out his 4th quarter points as compared to his total production in the game so far. Game 1, he had 10 in the 4th quarter, 24 total points. Game 2, 8 in the 4th, 21 total points. And then in Game 3, 8 in the 4th quarter, 15 total points. Another key player was Scotty Thompson, who had, of course, another signature game, 17 points, 11 rebounds, and 11 assists. Big performance para dito kay Scotty Thompson. So let's hear what he had to say about their Game 3 victory.
For us, wala pang wala pang advantage para sa amin. We know TNT will come back stronger, and I think for us we have to be ready sa next game kasi wala pa kaming nagawa talaga. For our team kasi it's not about individual, so it's a total team effort. Whoever score, as long as we score, whoever sino yung pinaka magandang nilaro, we feed off him. So yun yung maganda sa team namin. It's all about total team effort. Malaking bagay sa amin na lahat ng players kasi I think same with the TNT, we all know after the semifinals, finals na agad. So I think this is the right time na may konting pahinga. But ayaw din namin talagang I love you. Ayaw din namin talagang magpahinga mentally, of course. We need to work hard more.
Now, despite Scotty's triple-double in Game 3 and hitting his personal milestone in the PBA, he really turned the spotlight to the collective effort of Barangay Ginebra in that Game 3 to give them the series lead here in our Commissioner's Cup Finals. Now, we have a lot of fans watching from all around the world. Salamat sa pagtutok nyo dito sa PBA sa ating One Sports YouTube channel. Kung nakatira kayo sa abroad at kailangan nyo magpadala ng pera sa inyong pamilya dito sa Pilipinas, please don't forget to check out TapTapSend para sa mabilis, safe at sulit na padala to the Philippines. Download TapTapSend, the trusted remittance best friend of OFWs worldwide. And for the latest in the world of sports, please follow One Sports on YouTube, Facebook, X, Reddit, Instagram, and on TikTok. We'll be right back.
For every Filipino fan, there's one app made just for you. Watch the biggest games live. UAAP, PBA, PVL, and more on your preferred device anytime, anywhere. Go beyond the game with originals and shorts. All these and more for only $149 a month. Scan the QR code and type "Get started" to proceed.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang TapTapSend at gumagamit ka ba ng TapTapSend?
Yes, TapTapSend ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang na.
For every Filipino fan, there's one app made just for you. Watch the biggest games live. UAAP, PBA, PVL, and more on your preferred device anytime, anywhere. Go beyond the game with originals and shorts. All these and more for only $149 a month. Scan the QR code and type "Get started" to proceed.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang TapTapSend at gumagamit ka ba ng TapTapSend?
Yes, TapTapSend ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang na.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang last.
For every Filipino fan, there's one app made just for you. Watch the biggest games live. UAAP, PBA, PVL, and more on your preferred device anytime, anywhere. Go beyond the game with originals and shorts. All these and more for only $149 a month. Scan the QR code and type "Get Started" to proceed.
Hello again, PBA fans. Welcome back to our live chat party dito sa ating One Sports YouTube channel presented by TapTap. Now let's talk about TNT's key players, starting with import Chris McCullough, who delivered his best scoring performance in Game 3 since joining TNT, but unfortunately fell short as they dropped that game against Ginebra. He had 44 big points, 22 in the second quarter, 13 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 blocks. And he was supported by R.R. Pugoy, who caught fire in the latter stages of the game, but TNT could not turn this late surge into a comeback victory. R.R. Pugoy had 28 points in total, 20 in the second half, 7 out of 12 from the three-point area, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Now, before we start our conference awarding and of course game number 4 of the finals, let's do some shout outs. Hi to Reynaldo na nagsha-shoutout sa mga Ginebra fans sa Bulacan, to Dennis from Albay, si Amazing World na nanonood mula sa San Juan, Batangas. Go Ginebra daw. JB, sana manalo ng best import. Abarientos, para sa best player of the conference. Malalaman natin kung sila nga ba ang mananalo ng mga awards na to at 7:30 p.m. and tip off naman natin will happen right after that. And I want to give a shout out to my good friend Gio. Thank you for watching. We also have Joel na nanonood from Israel. Jason Campos, sabi niya, go Ginebra, kunin niyo ang Game 4 para isang panalo na lang, watching from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. We also have Carl, go Ginebra, watching from Singapore. And si Ernest na nagpapa-shoutout din to Zandy and Ernest from Italy, also cheering for Barangay Ginebra. Mga TNT fans, paramdam rin naman kayo para mabigyan ko rin kayo ng shoutout. At the half, let me know your name and where you are watching from. So my question for the day is, will Ginebra grab a 3-1 lead here in game number 4 or tatabla ba tayo at 2-all? This will be an exciting game number 4 and reminding everyone abroad kung kailangan nyo magpadala ng pera dito sa Pilipinas, don't forget to check out TapTap Send para sa mabilis, safe at sulit na padala to the Philippines. Download TapTap Send, the trusted remittance best friend of OFWs worldwide. For the latest in the world of sports, please follow One Sports on YouTube, Facebook, X, Reddit, Instagram, and TikTok. PBA fans, don't go anywhere. In just a bit, malalaman na natin kung sino ang ating best import and best player of the conference at magsisimula na rin ang Game 4 ng ating finals between Barangay Ginebra and TNT.
Very critical for TNT. Matalo sila rito, mababangon sila to a 1-3 series disadvantage. And I will also give Barangay Ginebra a big lift. They will have actually a thrice to beat advantage moving into game number 5. Kung manalo sila rito, that's why this is very critical for TNT. Because it's either going to be 2-all pagkatapos ng larong ito or 3-1 for Ginebra.
That's right. So the Dean just set the table for those who are not in the know. Ganun na nga ang standing 2-1 in Ginebra's favor. Looking to go up big 3-1. Pero 2-all siyempre ang gusto ng TNT. Pero pag-usapan natin ang naging resulta ng game number 3. Jin Kings able to pull that one out. Late rally from TNT Dean. Pero hindi na sila umabot.
First quarter stats, makita natin, no? 35-16. Ang laki na ng agwat. Kagad! Barangay Ginebra with a hot start. Points in the paint. They were plus 10 in that department, meaning they were more aggressive in going to the hole, meaning they got a lot more free throw attempts. They had 23 free throw attempts in game number 3, while yung TNT only 13. At sa field goal percentage, 52%. Napakataas yun for Barangay Ginebra.
And of course, yung nanguna dyan sa bakbakan sa game number 3 was none other than Justin Brownlee. He's always been at the forefront. 10 years na yan, naglalaro para sa Ginebra. Yung numbers niya sa games 1 and 2, modest numbers, steady lang. Pero din, nung game number 3, Coach Jong rather, nung game number 3, tumaas pa lalo.
Tama, yun ang maganda kay Justin. Steady lang, sabi mo nga, consistent every game, 25 points, 30 points. Pero pag pumutok, kayang pumutok, which he scored 41 points in game 3 with 76% average on that game na field goal. Kasi siya ang nagdadala ng opensa ng Ginebra.
That's right, and just being his usual self from the start all the way to the end. Basta nasa kanya yung bola, good things were happening. He was dishing that ball, he was rebounding as well, and always is effective para kay Coach Tim Cone. What a partnership they've had. But there was help from the locals in that ball game, particularly at the start of that game. Ang lamig-lamig nitong player na ito in the first 2 games. Nung game number 3, first quarter pa lang, sobrang init naman niya.
Para sa akin, kailangan ni Stephen Holt umiscore. First 2 games, wala siyang na-score. But game 3, challenge siya yung sarili niya that he needed to score 23 points in game 3. 7 of 13, 2 points. 5 of 8, that 3 points with a plus of 23 for the game.
Matindi talaga yung kanyang shooting. In fact, napakainit ng kamay niya. May 4 pa siyang binato. At he was really just on fire and he gave them that momentum to get that early lead at hindi na nga nila nabitawan yun the rest of the way. So of course, Coach Tim looking for more of that from Stephen Holt. And then there's another guy who created history in that last game. Si Scotty Thompson, Coach Jong. He comes to play every night. But these numbers in that game, naka-achieve pa ng milestone yan.
Yes, triple-double si Scotty. 17 points, 11 rebounds, and 11 assists. And it was his 12th career triple-double and the 103rd player to reach the 5,000 point club with a plus 17 efficiency score. Ang galing ng nilaro ni Scotty Thompson.
Well, former MVP din yan, kaya maaasahan talaga ni Coach Tim Cone si Scotty Thompson. So that's our little chat about Barangay Ginebra. But for more on these 2 teams, we're gonna go over to courtside. Si Bea Escudero ang nakaabang dyan. Bea?
Gentlemen, para kay Coach Richard Del Rosario, ang susi ng Game 3 win ng Barangay Ginebra ay ang agresibong simula, better ball movement, at mas mataas na activity level compared to Game number 2, which he shared has also led to a rise in their assist count compared to that loss in Game 2. He also felt that Ginebra was able to establish their defense early, which played a major role in limiting key TNT scorers, particularly Calvin Oftana, who has given Ginebra problems posting up his defenders. Now, despite this win, Coach Richard knows TNT will respond. As he put it, we must match their energy with discipline and focus. We cannot rely on a good shooting night. Our defense has to be there as well. Sa TNT naman, sabi ni Coach Josh Reyes, kulang ang energy at focus nila sa game number 3. He added that from the opening tip, it looked like Ginebra was able to get what they want on both ends of the floor, which is why heading into game 4, TNT's focus is to bring better intensity, stay composed, and avoid another slow start that forces them to play catch-up. Gentlemen, balik sa inyo.
Salamat, Bea. Siyempre, importante para sa TNT ito para maitabla ang ating serye. Pag-usapan naman natin ang performance ng mga tropang 5G in game number 3. Chris McCullough showed up offensively. There was a stretch. He was the only guy making baskets para sa kanila, Dean.
Well, si Chris McCullough, katawag natin sa kanya. A conference high 44 points. That was also a game high in game number 3. But in games number 1 and 2, ang average niya 22 points. The low point of McCullough's game is yung kanyang mga turnovers. He had 7 in game number 3. Also note that in this series, he's hitting only 11.8% from 3-point distance, while he's shooting 40% from 4-point range. But he's also doing close to 60% from 2-point distance. Kaya Chris McCullough is doing a lot of things as far as the offense is concerned.
Well, Chris McCullough have to continue scoring the way he does, especially during those stretches na nahihirapan itong TNT maka-score. But meron siya katandem dyan. And, in that game number 3, R.R. Pogoy really poured out his heart dahil talagang, tira na siya ng tira, pumapasok lahat ng mga 3-pointers. He almost single-handedly brought them back.
Ang downside dito is that between CMAC at saka si Pogoy, they took 61% of the total attempts ng TNT, leaving very little room for the others to participate. Ito naman ang ginawa ni R.R. Pogoy sa game number 3. As we mentioned, he took a lot of shots. He took 20 attempts from the floor, while McCullough took 30 attempts. He had 28 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And by the way, that was a conference high na 28 points para kay RR.
Yun na nga, pero yun na nga, you said both of them played very well, si McCullough pati si Pogoy. Pero yung pangatlo dapat na magandang laro para mabigyan ng pagkakataon itong TNT manalo. Si Calvin Oftana, isang inaasahan yan, but what a drop in performance from game 2 to game 3.
Nawala nga ang kanyang eksena, no? Sa game number 3, only 2 points, 1 out of 8. And as we were saying, kulang ang ikot ng bola sa TNT in game number 3, which is the reason why he hardly got his rhythm, because Pogoy and McCullough were taking too many shots. Now remember, in game number 2, he hit 31 points, but in game number 3, ang laki ng drop. ng offensive contribution ni Calvin Oftana.
So ito na nga, naghahanda na ating mga kumpunan. Pumasok na tayo sa ating Dean's List sa panig muna ng TNT. Ito yung mga points for winning, no, para sa TNT, para kay the Dean, Kinito Henson. Yung varied points of attack, kailangan iba-ibang players ang umatake para sa kanila dahil dalawa nga lang ang umatake ng todo nung last ball game nila. Tapos, siyempre, kailangan nila ikot yung bola. You know? Na-discuss na natin yung varied points of attack. Nandun tayo sa share the ball, Dean.
Well, for TNT, napagkita natin how important it is to vary the points of attack because up to the semifinals, yung tinitiro nila from 4 and 3 was 36%. Because sa finals, naging 46% of their attempts coming from deep. That has to vary. They're taking too many low percentage shots. Yung sharing the ball, napagkita natin yung kanina, no? They have to have more teammates involved in the offense, not just C-Mac, not just Pogoy. And finally, yung stepping up the pace. Importante yan. Now, TNT is not a solid, fast-breaking team. However, because 4 players from Ginebra logged at least 40 minutes apiece, it's got to be something that will wear them out in this game. Now for Ginebra naman, ang ating team's list, pound it inside. And we saw that in the stats kanina lamang. They were plus 10 in points in the paint. And they were also plus 10 in terms of free throw attempts because they were more aggressive going to the hole. Capitalize on turnovers. Now, there were 20 turnover points ng Ginebra in game number 3, only 9 for TNT. But if you can capitalize on turnovers, good job. You have to create turnovers, and that means defense. Finally, yung bench firepower. Average ng Barangay Ginebra in terms of relievers is 27.3 points in this finals. But ang TNT only 11.7 points. So that bench has to produce in this game to relieve the pressure from the starters ng Barangay Ginebra because Ginebra plays a very short rotation.
So yun ang mga points for winning ng keys to winning ng dalawang koponan natin ayon kay Dean. In the meantime, well, we are not going to immediately start this ball game. We're just going to have a couple of ceremonies bago mag-umpisa ang game number 4 dito sa Big Dome. At inaantay natin na mag-umpisa nga yan. And we see the players getting ready to go warm up now in the packed crowd. Here we go. Let's listen in.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. May we first request everyone to please rise for a moment of prayer for Jensen and Mindanao. Lord, we stand together as one league, one family, and one nation. Today, our hearts are heavy for our brothers and sisters in General Santos and across Mindanao who are facing the aftermath of the devastating earthquake. We ask for your divine comfort for those who have lost loved ones, your healing touch for the injured, and your protection over the families currently in evacuation centers. Give strength to the responders on the ground, just as we find resilience on the court. Grant the people of Mindanao the puso and courage to rebuild and rise again. May they feel our love and prayers from every corner of the country. In your name we pray. Amen. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Tinaalala namin siyempre, no? Yung ating mga kapatid dyan sa may Jensen, sa iba't ibang parte ng Mindanao na siyempre may lindol ng isang araw at naapektuhan sila doon. So our prayers are with you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, PBA fans. Before we begin game number 4, it is time to recognize the top performers of the PBA 50 Commissioner's Cup.
Ito na yung awarding ng BBC at saka ng Best Import.
And now first, the Arena Plus Best Import of the Conference. And here are the nominees. First, From Barangay Ginebra San Miguel, Justin Brownlee. From the TNT Tropang 5G. From the Meralco Bolts, Patrick Gardner. From the Raider Shine, Elasa Vaders, Jalen Johnson. And from the TNT Tropang 5G, Chris McCullough. And now may we call in at Santa Cruz, PBA Commissioner Willie Marshall, PBA Chairman and TNT Governor Mr. Ricky Vargas, PBA Vice Chairman and Barangay Ginebra San Miguel, Governor Mr. Al Francis Chua, Governor of the San Miguel Beermen, Mr. Robert Noy, Governor of the Blackwater Bossing, Mr. Siliman C, Governor of the NLEX Road Warriors, Mr. Ronald Dolatre, Governor of the Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters, Attorney Raymond Zorilla, General Manager for PBA Priorities, Mr. Eric Ariola, and from Arena Plus, Mr. Jesper Venancio. And now PBA fans garnering 593 points, statistical points, 560 media votes, 111 player votes, for a total of 1,264 points. The Arena Plus Best Import of the conference is from the Barangay Ginebra San Miguel, Justin Brownlee. Very much Justin Brownlee. And now we are about to award the Pocari Sweat Best Player of the Conference. And here are your candidates. First, from the Barangay Ginebra San Miguel, RJ Barrientos. From the Telefirma G, Sheridan Missy. From the NLEX Road Warriors, Robert Bully. From the San Miguel Beerman, Chirmar Fajardo. And from the Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters, Richie Vivero. And that may be Bruce Mullen, the product manager. Asuka Solar Films Incorporated, the makers of Pocari Sweat, the official iron supply drink of the PBA, Miss Janet Villarante. And now garnering 462 statistical points, 592 votes from the media, 93 player votes, and 1,147 total points. The Pocari Sweat Best Player of the Conference is from the Barangay Ginebra San Miguel, RJ Barrientos.
Awardees para sa
Let's
kompetensa
give
nito.
it up for RJ
The Commissioner's Cup of the 50th
Barrientos,
season of
player
PBA.
the conference,
Justin
and
Brownlee is the best
Justin
import.
Brownlee, the
RJ
best
Barrientos is the best
import
local,
of the
best player
conference.
for this conference. And it's actually no surprise, Coach Dong.
Yan, ganda naman talaga nilalaro ni RJ, no? Even in this series, he's playing very well. He had big shots to keep Ginebra in the game or to give Ginebra the lead. And throughout the conference, talagang he's been a pillar in the offense of Ginebra.
And you can't ask anything more from RJ Barrientos. He's the league's leading local scorer, averaging over 20 points a game, make that 21.6 points. He's also number 1 in terms of three-point average makes, 3.3 a game. Also number 1 in free throw percentage, over 91%. Kanya lahat ng mga offensive categories nasa kanya na. Plus, he also knows how to distribute the ball and orchestrate the offense.
That's right. He's playing so well here. He's a candidate for the finals MVP as well. But we'll throw it over now to Mark Luzon, our venue announcer. Starting fives na po para sa game number 4.
5G! At guard from Pampanga, number 17, Jason Castro. Also at guard from Dumaguete, number 8, Calvin Oftana. At center, number 5, Chris Macalo. At forward from Talisay, Cebu, number 16, R.R. Pagoy. And from La Union, also at forward, number 45, Brandon Ganuelas Rosser. Head coach for the Tropang 5G is Sean Reyes. And now introducing the starters for the Barangay Ginebra San Miguel. From Naga City at guard, number 4, RJ Barrientos. Also at guard from Digos Davao del Sur, number 9, Scotty Thompson. From Aguila City, Pampanga, at forward, number 14, Stephen Hall. Also at forward, number 32, Justin Brownlee. And a center from Sasmuan, Pampanga, number 25, Japet Aguilar. Head coach of the Chin Kings is Tim Cone. Game officials are Bing Oliva, Mike Flor-Deliza, Jerry Narandan, and Jerome Duck.
Here are the officials, crew chiefs Bing Oliva, assisted by Mike Flor-Deliza. You have Jerry Narandan and Jerome Guy. Here are the starters for Coach Sean Reyes. And here are the starters for Coach Tim Cone, TNT, and Ginebra. Two teams that were coached in the past by the gentleman beside me, Coach Strong with Chico. So dumaan ka sa dalawang franchise na ito.
Yes, dumaan ako. Won 2 championship with Ginebra, won 1 championship with TNT.
Lang naman, di ba?
Ako meron ako itatanong kay Coach Chong kagad, no? At week in the starting lineup ng TNT, first start for Jason Castro in the finals. He's averaging only 3.3 points a game in the finals. What do you expect from Jason Castro starting for TNT for the first time sa finals?
But maybe he wanted to give Jason, kasi in the past 2 games wala si Jason eh. He came off the bench, medyo hindi siya walang rhythm. So ngayon, I think Coach Shot wants to give him quick rhythm right away.
That's right. He passed it over to McCullough, who missed the jumper. That's a lob! And one away to begin game number 4. Eye in the sky, Japet slamming it through.
And what a slam. Two-handed slam dunk galing kay Japet Aguilar. At ang bumantay sa kanya noon, si C-Mac. The import was defending Japet Aguilar.
Kala ko nga off-target yung pagpasa. Nakuha pa rin Japet at tataktak niya. Turnaround jumper for Pogoy. That's off-target. JB to RJ. Up ahead by Scotty. Scotty, always a triple threat, goes over to JB. Oftana nakabantay sa kanya. Down low to Scotty. He turns around. Misses everything, but McCullough taps it out of bounds, so it stays with Ginebra. 9.3 na lang sa kanilang shot clock.
You see the ball movement ng Barangay Ginebra. Hinahanap nila kung sino yung libre. And then creating the situation was Thompson. Ngayon naman, this is their bread and butter play. Pumaposte si Brownlee against Pogoy.
He likes going to his left hand and he just wasn't able to connect sa play na yon. That's a miss and tapped out by the white shirt. So
at Coach Yong, si Brownlee, tinitingnan niya kung sino yung matchup niya. And he feels he's got the advantage against R.R. Pogoy, especially in the post area. The same way that Pogoy is going up against his man also at the post. Si Scotty Thompson.
Yeah, that's correct. Naghahanapan lang sila ng mismatch kung saan ang mas magandang atake, not complicated offenses.
Naka-score na yung ating best player of the conference. RJ Barrientos gets his first 2 points, and you know that's not going to be his last basket.
That's right. You know, he really looked to be aggressive in this game.
And also against Jason Castro, but Oftana getting his first touch. getting his first attempt and getting his first basket.
Napantay na niya yung output niya in the entire
Tama
game
yun.
number 3. Isa pa rin yan na inaasahan natin. Hindi rin yung first basket, only basket na yan sa game na ito. JB on the turnaround jumper. He's another one. So the stars have come out today. They're hitting baskets early in this game. RJ, JB, Calvin Oftana.
At pag hindi mag-a-adjust yung depensa ng TNT, Brownlee's gonna have a field day scoring over Aral Pagoy. Oh, nabitawan.
McCullough lost it. Brandon tapped it out. So the ball will head back sa mga nakaputi. Barangay Ginebra with a 4-point lead early going. Brownlee. Pogoy has handled him at times. But we know there's no way to stop him totally. But he did on that play. Good defense from RR Pogoy.
But the same play that Barangay never ran because that's the mismatch that they want to capitalize and exploit.
Castro in the paint. Puts it up and gets it to go. He's got a chance for a 3-point play.
Big confidence booster for Jason Castro.
Ang surprising matchup that I saw in the last game is that si Danuelos Loser is on RJ Abarrientos. I think Coach Chot wants more size so he can just get separation and shoot the jump shot.
And also because they recognize and respect yung offensive ability ni RJ. So yes, it is BGR against Abarrientos and it gives an opportunity for other players to see what kind of a mismatch they have.
Ito si Thompson naghahanap na pupuntahan. Brownlee now. Inside the Chapet. He's right there. Decides not to take it. And RJ, his shot rolls off. Dark Shirts will attack the other way. Ito si Castro. Looking for Calvin. Small defender on him. That's RJ Abarrientos. Brings it closer. Gets bumped. And I think Stephen Holt is going to get called for his first personal foul.
That's why these two teams are in the championship because they recognize fast where their mismatch is. And then they adjust from there.
But not only that, Coach Jong, no, they create those mismatches.
They can create those mismatches by running pick and rolls like this. Then they have a mismatch already. Kagaya na, may open shot na.
There's a three from the top of the key. It pops out. Pogoy! Wow! Rarely do we see someone tearing a rebound away from Scotty Thompson. Hindi na nakompleto ni Pogoy yung basket.
Usually the other way around.
Tama yun. But you notice, nung tumira ng second attempt si Pogoy, no other black shirt underneath the boards, and there were 3 white shirts to claim the rebound.
That's right. That's tipped away. Oh, but referee Bing Oliva, the crew chief, will say that there was a hit on the arm. It's going to be a foul on TNT. Pogoy will be the guilty party.
And this is the very big gamble on the part of Coach Chot Reyes. We saw that RR Pogoy hit 28 points in game number 3. He's such a critical player for TNT. Pero ang assignment niya dito to defend Brownlee. Baka maubos siya dito sa fouls.
See, that's a factor later on. RJ missing a 3-pointer, a rare miss for him. From that range, he's been knocking them down the entire playoffs. Castro around the corner, picks it up, goes to McCullough. He'll try again and miss again. Offensive rebound, put back mula kay Brandon Danuelos Roser.
That's what Roser is good at, really offensive rebounding. He's got the size and the physicality.
Needs to stay away from foul trouble though,
True.
Coach Diba. He's always often in that predicament. Turn around, kick over. Holt was hot in that first quarter of game 3. This time he puts that mid-range in.
Good sign yan sa Ginebra if Holt has the confidence to shoot the ball and make baskets.
A good sign then for TNT because nakakuha sila ng offensive rebound. Oh, that's going to be an offensive foul. That's an illegal pick.
That's what we're saying. Brandon Danuelos Roser, you know, he's a very aggressive player. He likes to set those screens, but he moves a lot. He gets called for those types of fouls.
A moving screen.
Minsan kasi too aggressive.
Yeah.
And you have to be somehow balance your aggressiveness and your emotion.
Yung puntong sinasabi natin kanina about the second chance opportunities ng TNT. Back in game number 2, 0 on second chance points ng TNT. And in game number 3, they were outscored from that department 14-9. So it's an area that they need to improve on. So far, so good para sa TNT.
The lob to JB, disturbance from Pogoy. They keep the possession. Naki Abarrientos 10 to shoot. Lots of time. RJ makes his move. Inside to JB, the turnaround jumper. mintis Justin Brownlee. So TNT has played some good resistance inside that paint to force a couple of misses.
At napansin natin yung switch doon on Abarientos. Big man and then the switch to another big man.
Very ineffective ang offense ni McCullough so far here, halfway through this first quarter almost. Holt! Ayun na! Aba! Dalawa na yan para sa kanya.
Yeah, medyo, now he's gaining confidence in today's game, unlike the last two, and then unlike the first two games.
E palagay ko, napagsabihan ito ni Coach Tim Cohn because he was scoreless in game 1, 1 point in game number 2. Tapos biglang-bigla in game number 3, exploded for 23, and now he's got 2 triples.
That's a triple try from Jason Castro. That's short on the rebound. Holt brings it down. Looking to extend the 4-point lead. Barangay Ginebra. Thompson. Now RJ. He's got a bigger defender.
And they isolate him. Let's see what he can do with his weakness, but he opts to pass it off.
That's right. Now they go back to Scotty Thompson. He drives it closer. It's open, but misses. Oftana lost his footing sa play na yun, pero pinapasok ni Scotty yung jumper. Oftana, the fake, the drive, lost his footing as well, but was able to find Brandon for the dunk.
Right, buti na lang, last minute decision, made the right decision, attack instead of shooting the three.
And you're seeing more ball movement now for TNT. They're not just relying on McCullough. In that sequence, hindi man lang nakahawak ng bola si C-Mac.
Good job, eh? He made the first basket of the game. Abarientos now from 12. Couple of baskets, that's a 4-point lead para sa Barangay Ginebra. 5 minutes and a second to go here in the first period. Timeout brought to us by Soler Online. Play the game your way on Soler Online Sportsbook.
Healthy and pure bread. Our official migration partner, Jamaica Tech. Our official IT partner. Our value licenses, PBA Rush and Signal, World Balance, Daily Fantasy. PBA Fantasy naman, silipin natin ang mga look-alike ng ating secret brand look-alike here. Simulan natin look-alike ni Kiara.
It's happened in the past that Abarientos has been named the best player of the conference. In fact, dalawang beses naganap yan back in 96 and 97. And Johnny Abarientos was the top point guard in the league. And today, kanyang pamangkin RJ gets his plaque as the best player of this conference.
Third generation Abarientos. The very first Abarientos sa liga natin was his grand uncle, Billy Abarientos, who now lives in Teresa Matidas, Cavite. He's 80 years old now.
So, yun si Billy, si Haba-Haba. Johnny, sa Flying A.
Yeah.
Ito si RJ, wala pa eh.
Wala pa.
Tingnan natin kung anong pwedeng i-nickname dyan. Pero puntahan muna natin si Bea.
From one generation to the next, the Abarientos legacy continues nearly 3 decades after Johnny Abarientos established himself as one of the PBA's greatest guards. According to RJ, the award serves as validation for all the hard work he has put into this game and the sacrifices made throughout his basketball journey. He also credited much of his growth to the guidance of Coach Johnny, sharing how special it has been to learn from his uncle while being on the same team. And as RJ put it, not everyone gets this kind of recognition, so this is definitely a blessing. I'm not carrying this alone. This is because of the people who supported me, my teammates, coaches, family, and of course Tita Johnny. And this motivates me even more to be more for this team. Gentlemen, back to you.
Salamat. That's what they all say. They always deflect the award to other people, but congratulations to RJ. But they missed again. Ginebra, a chance for TNT to regain the lead. But that shot is long. But look at Brandon. He's been hustling here in the first quarter. He had that one offensive foul, but aside from that, meron siyang dunk, meron siyang corner three, tapos may offensive rebound pa ngayon.
Kailangan gawin niya yung para sa TNT, yung all-around performance na, not necessarily to score.
Here's that three-pointer we mentioned. That's brought to us by Arena Plus Sportsbook. Balik sa aksyon, Calvin Oftana against Stephen Holt. Gets the baseline. Calvin able to finish.
Good sign naman sa TNT yan, na-aggressive si Calvin.
Oo, umaatake, Coach John.
Rhythm.
Well, you notice that McCullough is now sitting on the bench. Kanya si Galinato is on the floor. Nakakuha ng steal ang TNT. Tumatakbo sila ngayon. This is something that we said that they need to do. Step up the pace. And they want to wear out Barangay Ginebra. So you wonder, is Barangay Ginebra tired because of so many players playing extended minutes at game number 3?
Nice turn from Pogoy. But he missed the shot and on the rebound play. Sabi ng ating baseline referee, Galinato shoved Troy Rosario. And Galinato tells Coach John, don't challenge. Don't worry, I kind of probably did push him off. So, huwag natin gamitin ang challenge natin. Maaga pa.
It's too early.
Maganda yung player, wag muna. Hindi ganyan lahat ng player, challenge.
Oh, yung ibang player, puro senyas.
Puro senyas,
Mamaya.
Tsaka, not only that, you also have to realize, TNT is ahead anyway. They're up by 1.
And Holt is not able to change that. RJ wants to change that. He can't either. And Galinato gets the board.
And you hear the howl from the crowd.
Yeah.
Ang expectation ng mga fans. Every time Barrientos hoists the ball up, papasok yung bola.
Tayo rin minsan, ganun na rin. Na-anticipate na natin. Galinato goes up strong. Tipped away by Brownlee. And then, JB held it last. And I think referee Flor Denisa is correct.
Yes.
Saying that JB touched it last, and it'll stay on the side of TNT. But a timeout has been called, I believe, by Barangay Ginebra. 2:51 to go sa ating first quarter. At ang timeout ito, hatidin sa atin ang Soler Online. Play the game your way on Soler Online Sportsbook. Look at that crowd here inside the big dome, witnessing game number 4 of our Commissioner's Cup Finals. At andito ang karamihan ng ating mga gobernador ng iba-ibang koponan sa PBA dahil sila nagpresente ng mga awards kanina for Best Player, Best Import. That's the best import of the conference.
PBA Commissioner Willie Marshall, nakita din natin si PBA Treasurer, Governor of Phoenix, si Attorney Raymond Zorilla, plus Head of PBA Properties, Eric Arejola.
A miss from 3 mula kay Oftana. Couldn't extend this lead. Still at 1 for TNT. 2 minutes and 40 to go in the first quarter. Ralph Koo has checked into the game. Pass goes to Holt. He'll drive baseline, find the other side. They'll swing it upstairs to Abarientos. Gil Pinoy step, but miss.
He's taking his shots. He's taking his shots. Hindi lang pumapasok with consistency so far. That time, he was able to elude the defense of BGR by attacking.
I was going to say wrestling match ang nangyayari between Koo and Oftana, and the referee thought the same, no, called that foul.
Yes, you can position but too much contact. Patawagan ng ref.
Troy Rosario now on top of Calvin Oftana. That's an important defensive assignment.
You know, we talk a lot about Pogoy and Oftana trying to help their import, but this guy's another guy who needs to step up if they want to win this game. Si Jordan Heading, isa pang capable of scoring in the teens or in the 20s even.
And he's also attacking the defense of Abarientos. Smaller than him, and he feels he's got the jump on him if he's able to attack with a little bit more aggression.
Siyempre, babantayan si Koo pag nasa 3-point line. Papasok siya kay Brownlee. Jumper up and in once again for the 4-time best import.
Coach Young, hindi pa nila pinapalitan yung defensive assignment ni R.R. Pogoy, and Brownlee continues to score off him.
Baka they're thinking that, you know, if Brownlee keeps scoring or one-on-one, baka mapagod. Mapagod siya sa fourth quarter.
Sado malakas ang 3-point attempt ni BGR. Tapos tumama sa balikat ni Galinato Jr. bago lumabas. Ginebra will get this possession. 1 minute and 21 to go. First quarter po lamang tayo. Game number 4 ng ating serye. Kung nasa vicinity kayo ng Big Dome, baka pwede pa. Baka makahabol pa kayo rito. May standing group sa may taas.
Yes, pwede pa.
Here we go again. It's Brownlee versus Pogoy. The same matchup. And he will score.
I was gonna say, and the same result.
Yeah.
Ang tira mula sa kanan.
Hindi.
Nakita na natin yan sa game 1.
Exactly. At hindi pinapalitan ng TNT in defensive assignment. And Brownlee continues to score. Maybe as you said, Coach Young, this might be a ploy for TNT. Pagurin nila si Brownlee. Also, hindi iikot yung bola because Ginebra is just relying on one man.
And that's not even a knock against the defense of our Pogoy. He's a pretty good defender. This guy's just really
It's
good.
too good. It's just too good, correct. And then Coach Team doesn't like too much one-on-one, so you're forcing them to do something that, you know, as much as possible, they don't want to fall in.
That free throw was brought to us by McDonald's. Love ko to. The bonus para kay JB.
And by
Two-point lead back in the driver's seat is Ginebra.
By the way, guys, si Pogoy, dalawa na ang personal fouls. Ha? Hindi pa tapos. Yeah, hindi pa tapos ang ating first quarter.
Ako si Oftana cannot find his 3-point range thus far in the game with less than a minute to go here in the first. Abarientos finding Koo.
Now you notice a change now in the defensive assignment. It's now, kanina nakita natin si BGR on Brownlee. Then they get the switch.
Yeah, but look at that. You know, they pass it inside to Troy Rosario, and his former teammate Glenn Cobuntin couldn't stop him kasi may height advantage talaga si Troy.
Correct.
And Troy has been effective, you know, here in the playoffs, yung value niya has really risen.
Yes, just being in the dunker spot and running 90 feet and then defending and then just yung mga drop passes, dun siya talagang effective.
At nawawala yung depensa ng TNT. Because of the constant switching, I think they're a little bit disorganized in terms of stopping the open man close to the basket. Kaya nakawala dun si Troy Rosario. Initially, it was BGR on Brownlee because pinalitan nila yung defensive assignment at inupo nila muna si Pogoy because he was just getting hurt by Brownlee. Plus, meron na siyang dalawang personal fouls.
Bonus free throw, Troy Rosario, brought to us by McDonald's. Love ko to. And he puts that one in as well. So the lead is suddenly up to 5.
I think the best matchup for Brownlee is either Macmolo or Ganuela's roster with some size. Maybe a Kubuntin might be a next one.
They haven't tried Kobuntin yet. In the meantime, Heading will attack and he gets blocked. Pero hindi mahawakan ng mga white shirt. Mananatili ang bola sa panig ng TNT. 5.6 to shoot with 11.2 remaining in the period. Watch this. Smothered. Clean.
That was by Scotty Thompson.
Muntik pa mawala sa kanilang bola. Aware ba si Oftana na 2 seconds na lang ito? You'll lose it on the way up and that's it. 24-second violation and just total disaster of an offensive there para sa TNT.
Right. Hindi nila na-execute yung out-of-bounds play and then a fumble by Oftana with 5 seconds to go.
Here's 4.2 seconds.
Troy will hand it off. No. Aware ba? Scotty puts it up. Oh, just a little more to the left and that probably would have gone pabandang tira. But nice recovery. Nice wind-up for Ginebra. They had lost the lead. But a nice run to get the 5-point advantage after one.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang last.
PBA fans, a round of applause for your greatness as the girl.
Coach Josh, it has been a very defensive, low-scoring ball game in the first quarter. As the game settles into that kind of pace, where do you feel TNT can capitalize moving forward?
Definitely a better start for us. We like our focus at the start of the game. At least we're sticking with the game plan, even if Ginebra's hitting some shots. At least the defensive intent was there. Offensively, we just have to take care of the ball and be ready to execute through contact so that we can get good shots.
Thank you so much, Coach Josh. Gentlemen, back to you.
Well, Oftana got the ball stripped away by Scotty Thompson on that board. So he never with another chance. The dive, then the drive. And a foul upstairs from McCullough, I think. And mukhang magcha-challenge si Coach Shot. He felt McCullough got him upstairs. I don't know if there was contact sa may ibaba. But they are using the challenge.
Early challenge here for Coach Shot. He just doesn't want to give so much momentum para sa Barangay Ginebra. He wants to stop that momentum.
There is a challenge on the goal by DP Global 5-3 head coach Scott Briggs.
Ang mindset dito ni Coach Shot, he doesn't want to get this game out of hand.
Well, you like the way he did that to prevent the dunk, another dunk from Japet. Head coach challenge brought to us by Arena Plus, the official game partner of the PBA, the #1 sports book in the Philippines. Watch this.
Nakita natin yung extra pass galing kay Troy Rosario.
Oh, he got him on the follow-through, perhaps.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Hindi, tama, tapol. Ayan, boom.
Yun.
That's clear. Clear there was contact.
And you know, after seeing the video upstairs on the cube, your Coach Chot and the rest of the coaching staff, you're like, di natin nakita yun in real time. Because had you seen that, you know, you would not have challenged at all. Diba? But well, that's the way it goes. Because I'm pretty sure it's going to be an unsuccessful challenge.
Right.
But I think it's something psychological. Ito, marinig na natin ang judgment ng referee.
nauna yung bola bago yung contact kay Japet. Therefore, the challenge of TNT is successful.
Successful. Release ball na. Okay.
Release ball na.
Nice explanation from referee Bing
you see
Oliva.
this.
So,
No more ball. And then contact.
You know, we're seeing that a lot in the NBA Finals.
So we stand corrected over here. We thought there was contact on the shoulder.
for me, there was contact.
We thought there was a gather.
That's why we three are here. We're not on the court wearing green.
Sure.
Yung difference between a gather and releasing the ball, that made the difference. And in the NBA Finals, we're seeing a lot of that. They're calling kung sino may possession, and if the foul comes after, it eliminates the foul.
Well, this as long as they're consistent with that. So what happens if you shoot a jump shot?
If that had gone in, this crowd would have gone nuts. Huh?
What if you
Matalikod eh.
Oh, man.
The three won't drop. McCullough will put it in with his left hand on the putback. And he gets the first 2 points here in the second period effort mula sa import.
And another pair of second chance points, something that TNT appears to have worked on before this game. They're addressing that situation. They're getting more offensive rebounds.
I question the call. If you shoot a jump shot and the ball is released and you hit him, don't they call a foul on that?
That's right. So, yeah, there's a bit of confusion also. I know, I can see it in your face, Coach Jong. Kasi may mga ganyan, yung release na pag binangga afterwards.
And then so what difference that the 3 points and the 2 points make? It's the same.
I think nagbabago na ngayon ang tawagan, but I think the players have to be informed so that they can duly be adjusting their game.
That's a three from Troy. It's short. Jordan heading ganda ng box out against Jeremiah Gray, who has checked into the game. Ray Nambatak, another guy who's been very inconsistent here in the playoffs, but he's had a couple of big games. There you go. That's a three. Finally, from TNT, and Jordan Heading ties it up at 21.
Big basket there for Heading. Remember last time out, he had 11 points. Previous game, 14. Game 1 of this series, he only had 5 points.
Jeremiah, that's a three. Gets it right back. May tira rin talaga sa labas itong si Jeremiah Gray.
Pero yun ang trabaho niya dito to shoot the three.
He's a 50% shooter from 3-point distance.
McCullough against Japet. Oh, that's another three from Heading. Back-to-back for him. Sandwiching a three from Jeremiah Gray.
And that's because of the double team on McCullough. Nakakawala si Heading. He's over on the strong side. So when the double team comes, he gets the ball easily from McCullough, and then he has an easy good look.
Scotty turns baseline, and that's an easy layup. Got a step ahead kay Nambatak, at hindi na nakahabol si Ray.
Yeah, it's just bad defense by Nambatak.
Overplay siya sa middle.
Overplay pa, why? You know?
McCullough out to Glenn. Glenn will drive, get some contact. Might be Japet, could be Ralph.
At nakikita natin dito, si McCullough is releasing the ball. He's looking for teammates.
And he did find Jordan Heading for this three-pointer brought to us by Arena Plus Sportsbook. Which tied the game, but Ginebra got the 2-point lead on the layup of Scotty Thompson. 9:20 remaining in the first half. Glenn will try again. He can't find that. You know, in several championship series in the past, Glenn Gobundin has been a three-point shooter para sa kanya, a good defender at the post as well.
Yeah, he's a 3-and-D for TNT.
Here we go again.
Backing him down.
This time it's Gobundin.
And then a travel on JB and no complaint whatsoever mula sa kanya. As referee Jerome Guy told him that he walked.
And a big defensive adjust. Kagaya na sinabi mo kanina, Coach Jong, no? Yung iba-ibang mga defenders ni Brownlee.
Yeah, now he has a better matchup in terms of Kubuntin. Mas magandang matchup.
Oh, they get inside one more time. This time it's Ray Nambatak na sumagot ng sarili niyang layup, di ba?
Right.
Ganun bumawi.
Bawi lang. Next play.
Also, Barangay Ginebra playing small. Wala si Japet on the floor.
The drop inside. And there's Troy Rosario doing what he does best. Moving without the ball. Abang-abang lang para sa mga ganyang klaseng drop pass.
Exactly. He's like in the dunker spot or the loop spot. Even during the NU days, yun ang expertise niya.
Scotty trying to fight over a screen from McCullough, and he shoved him. So referee Jerry Narandan calls Scotty for a personal foul. Here's that dump. Tingnan na naman si Troy Rosario. That's why nasa 57-58% ang field goal percentage si Troy kasi puro dyan lang eh.
Correct.
Sa painted area halos. Minsan tetres yan.
At saka yung intelligence sa mga imports natin. Kanina si Macola passing it off to Heading and now Brownlee passing it off to a wide open Rosario.
Wala talaga yung 3-point shooting ni Calvin Oftana. He left it in the dugout. He might get it at halftime. Let's see. But there, open, refused to take it, and the crowd is kind of chiding him for not hoisting it up. Brownlee dancing with Oftana. Turnaround jumper. It's good again! This guy's just so silky smooth.
9 points.
I'll take my chances with that. Instead of getting the other locals involved.
Let him try to beat you by himself.
Right.
Coach.
And then later on, in nitty-gritty, then you can double him.
So nagising na si Jordan Heading.
Already with 10 points.
Yeah, he's got double digits.
Justin will get his 25 points, whatever you say.
Even in his sleep.
Even in his sleep. So if you double team him, then that gets the other locals involved.
Yeah, pag ganyan-ganyan lang, Coach John, parang napakadali ng basketball. Ano? At 38 years old, 10 years in the league already, dito sa PBA. Kaya naman top 5 all-time na yan sa import scoring.
Parang pinapakita niya kay Coach Shot. Maski na si Cobuntin ang babantay sa akin. I'll be scoring against him.
Kahit sino lagay mo.
Just like he scored against Arar Pagoy kanina.
And nabenta.
Masabit na.
Nabenta ni ng bata.
And Scotty Thompson.
Smart play, mature play.
Well, one of the best at throwing fouls is Ray Nambata, really. He goes to the line as a guard. But it looks like Coach Tim now will challenge. He felt the lunge from Scotty Thompson caused the contact, which perhaps could nullify that call. So the head coach challenge once again brought to us by Arena Plus, official game partner ng PBA, #1 sportsbook sa Pilipinas. And earlier, just to refresh everyone's memory, Coach Chot was successful on the challenge. So TNT still has one more.
Also, this is going to be the second personal foul with Scotty. So Coach Tim wants to be able to reverse that. Actually, the lunge was by Ray Nambata. Yun. So, was Scotty vertical in that situation? Did Ray Nambata create the contact by
that angle?
Forwards?
He didn't lean in so much pala eh, no? Hindi pala eh. Inabangan lang niya eh. I don't know. But, you know, we were wrong earlier. Let's see what the referees declare now. Once again, it's referee Bing Oliva.
After po ng review, merong hacking foul si Scotty Thompson on the shooting arm of Ray Nambata. Therefore, the challenge of Ginebra is not successful.
Yun. Very well explained and articulated by referee Bing Oliva.
You watch it here. And that foul coming from Scotty Thompson with the ball still in the hands.
Verticality ang nirereklamo eh.
Yeah, they were saying vertical si Scotty Thompson, but there was contact in that attempt by Ray Nambata, so the call will stay.
Richard Del Rosario and Al Francis Chu are still debating with referee Bing Oliva, but the call will stick, of course, and that's going to be a tray of free throws mula kay Ray Nambata.
But Nambata shooting only 30%, or rather 50% from the line in the finals.
It's really been a bad season for him overall shooting-wise. Free throw natin, hatid sa atin ng McDonald's. Love ko to. Sino ba nagsabi? Last game, dapat may McDonald's. McDonald's naman dyan.
Pwede.
Mr. Price, okay. Ito si Ray Nambata, isa pang free throw parating. And you know, he admits it. Sometimes he said to me, sometime in the playoffs, I think during the semis, wala sir, parang may takip yung ring eh. Diba? And he can't understand why that's happening to him as well.
Just as long as good shots naman yun, kaya lang di pumapasok.
No, but 3 out of 3 from the line. But let's remember, this guy was a finals MVP. The last time both these teams met up in the Commissioner's Cup Finals last season.
Nakita na ating labanan. 1-point lead lamang para sa Ginebra. 6:47 to go in the first half. Stephen Holt goes over to Scotty. Scotty to JB. Inside to Troy. Ayan na naman! Ilang beses na yan. Tatlo na yata sa game na ito.
Because si Macolo is committing too much. He's losing vision on Troy. committing too much on Justin or kung sino man yung bantay ni Justin.
Ako si Troy Rosario is the X factor in this series. He's also a lurker and he knows how to get himself open.
Turnaround jumper from Jordan heading 12 puntos na. At bumagsak pa siya, humihingi ng foul. He's not gonna get it.
Kasi release ball.
Yeah, probably. Baka ganun yung justification, Coach John. But you talk about Chris McCullough, who we mentioned nga, minsan naiiwan sa depensa rito. Is he already past the stage na replacement import lang, ipagbigyan natin ng ilang games? Right? Lampas na wala na ba excuses para sa
Wala na excuses kasi alam na niya yung sistema. Alam na niya yung
It
sistema.
just has to be better.
Just has to be better. Finals na ito.
Eh, finals na rin naman siya dati.
Exactly.
Champion din yun.
So he knows now what to do dapat.
Look at the way they're defending Justin Brownlee. You saw that in your replay.
Kailangan asawahin mo talaga yun.
And BGR, ilang foul na yun? Dalawa.
Now it's McCullough. Import contra import. Justin releases and gets the wrong side of the net. No?
And that's a tight closeout by McCullough. That's the kind of defense that Coach Sean Reyes needs and wants against Brownlee.
Timeout is called. Is brought to us by Soler Online. Play the game your way on Soler Online Sportsbook.
Mga kapatid, sino gusto ng t-shirt dyan? Mamimigay tayo! Taas kamay! This is your Tap Tap Send Bazooka! Put your hands up in the air! Let's go! Para sa mabilis, safe at sulit na padalog to the Philippines, download Tap Tap Send, the trusted remittance best friend of OFWs worldwide, and get additional $20 on your first send. Sino ba? Taas kamay! Look up in the sky! T-shirts going down! Thank you so much, mga kapatid!
Crowd enjoying during these timeouts as they get some sort of freebies na shot into the crowd. Nakaway-kaway sa camera. They love seeing themselves on screen, of course. Dole Secretary, Labor Secretary Francis Tolentino is watching here tonight. That's the legal counsel ng PBA. Si Bernie Narvasa. Ping is here. Jean-Marc Pingris, veteran of these finals as well.
And we've got so many millions of fans watching us on One Sports YouTube, including Mr. Joe Betancourt, who's watching us. And he had an opportunity to bring Johnny Barrientos to the NBA many years ago.
Ano ba laro nito? NFL? Kasi pinabagsak ni Holt si Canuelas Rosa. And I'm pretty sure these two did play football back in the day. Back when they were young in the States, di ba? Yung dalawang yan. So that's a foul on Holt. Fresh 14 for TNT. Looking to take the lead back. Canuelas Rosa hinahanap ang kanyang guardian. Nakuha na nilang bata. Then to Heading, who's got the hot hand. He's blocked. Gets it back. Right-hander. Won't drop. McCullough puts it in. Effort on the part of TNT.
That's right.
Second chance points.
And McCullough is nakakahanap ng paraan na to score aside from going one-on-one.
At wala si Oftana on the floor. So they're looking at other players to be able to contribute offensively. Here's a foul against TNT.
Chris McCullough, his first personal hooking Abarientos on that exchange. Watch this, great defense. Supalpal, Silyado defense of the game, brought to us by Pioneer Electricity. Silyado ang bubong, ano magpanahon? Extra pass to Holt. He'll hoist it up from 3 and miss. And look at Brandon pull that rebound down. Gotta be tough on the boards in the finals, especially. Bagsak si Scotty. Press si Pogoy, no go. Rebound taken by Holt. Heading back the other way. We're back and forth here in the second period. RJ pushing. Getting all the way to the hoop. They forgot to stop the ball.
Gulo sa depensa because tao ni Pugoy yun eh. Pero kinuha ni Makolo.
Yung punto natin about second chance points so far is TNT 6, Barangay Ginebra 0 in second chance points. TNT getting a lot more offensive rebounds. Here's another attempt.
That's another three. Jordan hitting the back. 15 puntos na yata para sa kanya.
The guy's red hot. He's attacking his defender. And the closeout is not there because it depends on Barangay Ginebra. Focus on Makala, focus on BGR, focus on other players, but they've got to focus on heading.
Well, TNT's got to focus on this guy because he's just hitting that mid-range jumper consistently.
Bumalik kasi yung matchup na kay Pugoy kay Justin.
Tomas, speaking of confidence, this guy is on fire. He's the hottest shooter so far, especially here in the second period.
Sunod-sunod na to. He's got a total of 18 points.
18 points na nga.
There's 4 3-pointers, I think, in this quarter.
Abarientos wants to get it back, and he does! You know, that's what the crowd loves. Yung nagpapalitan yung mga fouls, ganyan klase mga tira.
Of course.
Scotty Thompson defending. Jordan heading. Heading, forced to release, but he wants to get the ball back. He's hot.
Oh, he got bumped.
Looking for the shot.
He did get bumped, but no whistle. Here comes Ginebra, looking to take back the lead. Abarientos behind his back. Step back. Jumper! What a display from the BPC.
And there's a reason. There's a reason why he's the best player of the conference. Grabe yung ginawa niya. Wow. Behind the back dribble. Watch it here.
And that play, watch him go behind his back. And then, jab, balik, tira, panalo play of the game. Atin sa inyo ng TNT.
Double behind the back look before he got off a shot.
So
watch it from another angle.
Full display din.
Grabe how skillful, no? So skillful.
And a timeout has been called. Brought to us by Solero Online once again. Play the game your way on Solero Online Sportsbook.
It was a quiet Game 3 for Calvin Oftana, who was limited to just 2 points. all because of Ginebra's defense. But according to Coach Josh Reyes, one off night offensively is not something that concerns the coaching staff. He shared that Calvin has shown throughout his career that he has the ability to bounce back whenever he struggles on the offensive end. But as Coach Josh put it, the biggest thing that we ask from Calvin is this: kapag hindi talaga pumapasok ang tira niya, he still has to be valuable on the defensive end. An off-shooting night cannot affect his defense. So with TNT looking to respond in Game 4, the expectation is for Oftana to continue impacting the game in multiple ways. Gentlemen, back to you.
And he can do that. Thanks a lot, Bea. Oftana is a good rebounder, and he's got length on the rebounds as well. So on defense as well. So pwede niya gawin yun. So far yung shooting niya medyo iffy in this first half.
But you can find a way to get to the paint, offensive rebound, post up, do something else.
Yeah, do it like he did in game number 2. Huh?
Right.
Oh, they're going to call offensive foul as Pinto was playing hard-nosed defense and Pugoy didn't appreciate it, shoved him back.
Yeah, you can challenge kasi third foul na yata ni Pugoy yan.
That's right, he got 2 early ones, nabanggit nga ni Dean.
Yeah.
So Jason Castro's returning into the game as Pugoy will have to sit with 2:48.3 remaining. Watch this. Referee, it was that extra jab that earned him that foul.
3 personal fouls against Pugoy. We were saying what a gamble it was for him to play defense on Brownlee kanina.
Yeah, Brownlee's one of those players that can foul anybody out.
Napatak, dinidikitan si Barrientos. Gotta be called for the foul. There's so much contact.
Flordeliza, that's Mike Flordeliza, the referee, blowing his whistle there.
The whole idea behind defending Barrientos is to make him pass. Don't make him a scorer. Make him a passer. He's just too good as an offensive player.
Yes.
And Batak looks perplexed. He said, I was just playing tough defense on this guy. What do you want me to do? But he gets called anyway. And then Batak will head straight to the bench to rest. As Jordan heading, very, very short respite para sa kanya.
Yeah, because he's defending well, he's scoring also.
Here's JB on the move. And pinasabit niya si Chris McCullough, who's disgusted at himself, I think, dahil naisahan siya ron ni JB.
Second personal foul on CMAC.
Medyo maraming binibigay ng Ginebra hanggang 30 puntos yung Ginebra na maling defensive coverage.
And also the aggressiveness of Barangay Ginebra to attack the rim. We did say kanina in our Dean's list, no? They gotta have more points in the paint so they can get free throws.
Free throws to Brownlee at it's atin ng McDonald's. Love ko to. Another one coming up. 3-point lead for Ginebra. 2:25 to go. Both teams are in penalty, so this might be a long 2:25 depending on how the defense is played.
Correct. And the referees are calling it kind of strict.
Medyo tikit ang tawagan ngayon.
Yes.
Bryce Castro is back in the game.
And he receives it. He'll hoist it up from three.
That's a 3.
And you know, he did get that 3-point play early in the game. Nakita natin yung drive niya, di ba? Then yung bonus free throw. So that one will help him as well. He needs to get that confidence. Jason Castro still effective after all these years in the PBA. Just a 1-point game right now. On the turn, Pinto! You know, this guy was joking it before the game started. Nakita kami dyan sa may tunnel. Sabi ko sa kanya, ito yung laging magpasok na may ginagawang maganda na agad. And he was laughing. Chamba lang, sabi niya.
And you also notice that he's defending Jordan Heading. That was a push from behind.
Huli, si Pinto.
Parang pitbull ito eh. You need to unleash him against the other team's best scorer. Right now, that's Jordan Heading.
Hey, let's not belittle ito si Pinto. All-star yan. And he knows, he laughs about it as well. They voted him into the All-Star game a couple of seasons ago, remember?
And he knows his role with Ginebra is just to medyo defense.
3-point spot up lang.
3-point spot up lang. Alam mo niya, manggulo, yun lang.
Disrupt, yan.
Disrupt.
Si Coach Chot, kalmado at this point of the game. Kasi dikit naman ang labanan.
Dikit ang labanan, nothing to be worried about. And Jason can play, basta wag lang yung defense niya, is an offensive threat.
2 for 2 for BGR.
That lead is just 1 for Barangay Ginebra.
This is the way we expected this game to be. Ano? Talagang dikitan ang labanan. Holt to Troy. Good defense from BGR. The give up to Brownlee. Brownlee against Brandon. Tries to go to the corner. And I think, yeah, the referee says Holt is the last one who touched it. So it's going to be TNT ball with a chance to seize the lead back once more.
Back in the first quarter, TNT held to only 16 points. Ngayon, nakaka-28 points na sila. No? So their offense is clicking here. And McCullough is going to add to his total.
And then McCullough has actually had a poor shooting night, from the perimeter, not the way he was shooting the past couple of games. And yet they're right in the thick of this. They actually have a chance to take the lead now.
That's correct. And then McCullough's doing the right thing. As you said, he's shooting very well. But he makes it a point to try to get fouled, get into the paint, get fouled so he can shoot some free throws.
Mintis nga lang yung una niya.
Mintis.
Isa pa parating para maitabla yung ating score with just 1 minute and 3 seconds remaining here at the Big Dome for game number 4. Crowd enjoying this one.
Big factor for TNT.
Santos will put it up one more time.
Oh, what a shot!
That's why we say that we're almost expecting it to go in whenever he throws it.
Malahin mo, pumasok yun. Akala ko ipapasok niyo yung bola eh.
McCullough.
This guy's a special player.
Sasagot si Castro.
Sagot. Wow. Now, kanina you were asking what's a good nickname for Abarientos. My suggestion is the Blitz. It's gonna be the Blitz versus the Blur.
The Blitz, ha?
50-50 ang ating labanan. Last shot time para sa Ginebra. Makakalaban kaya sila? Or are we gonna be right back at square one when we begin the second half? Let's see in about 8 seconds.
Who's gonna take the last shot? Is it gonna be RJ?
This guy.
He does! He got it again! He got it again!
Hey, there's time. Did they call a timeout? Yeah, they did use
It's a 30 seconds.
So may 4.3 pa ang TNT to try to tie it up perhaps or cut the lead down. But Abarientos, parang matic siya. Doesn't matter where on the floor he is. He's a machine.
It's just an amazing player. Also, pinapasa niya yung defense. Ito magandang setup ni Justin Brownlee para sa kanya. And it gets him free for a shot. And you see the kind of teammanship na pinapakita ng Barangay Ginebra. Ito naman, yung back-to-back sagutan nila. The Blur versus the Blitz. Ito naman si Abarientos. Oh, what a shot. Nandun yung depensa ni PGR.
And he's shooting against guys 5 or 6 inches taller than he is. McCullough, Brandon Ganuelas, Roser. Pag nakakita yata siya ng braids yung buhok, kaya ng tirahan eh. Di ba? Hindi na pumapantay sa kanya. 17 points na para kay RJ Abarientos. He and Jordan Henning are in a shootout here in the first half.
13 out of the 17 Abarientos coming in this quarter. And despite his stellar performance and also the stellar performance of Brownlee, ang naman ng Ginebra is only 3 points.
True.
TNT is right in there.
Yes, true.
So another timeout is called at 30 seconds. So ginamit na ng dalawang coaches yung 30 na hindi naman nila mababaon sa second half. Only 4.3 to go.
Correct.
What an entertaining game this has been. And all the fans watching on RPTV and on One Sports YouTube are enjoying for sure. This happened earlier. RJ Abarientos, BPC. So ginaya niya si Tito Johnny. Tignan natin kung magagaya niya ulit kasi dalawa yung kay Tito Johnny. The BPC.
BBC.
And he's really showing us why he's the top player in this conference.
Yep.
17 points so far from Abarientos. If he doubles that in the next half, he'll end up with 34 points. It's RJ Abarientos.
Parang wala naman yata sa buong Araneta yung, I don't know how many thousand this is. Walang nagduda na si RJ yung magiging BPC. But here we go. It's with McCullough. He's got time. He'll take it on the run. Oh, he almost got it. Just a little softer, would have been off the glass. So it's a 3-point Ginebra lead as they enter the dugouts. Dikita ng labanan as expected in game number 4. Ginebra looking to take the dominant 3-1 series lead. But TNT has other ideas, wants to square it up at 2 apiece and force it into a best of 3. Pahinga muna kami ni Coach Jong at Inda Dean. Relax lang kayo dyan. Pag-usapan natin mga numero. Maya-maya.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang last.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang last.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang last.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang last.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang last.
Hi again, PBA fans. It's Carla Lazardo Sulit, and you're still watching the Game 4 of our PBA Season 50 Commissioners Cup Finals between TNT and Ginebra right here on our One Sports YouTube channel presented by TapTap. Kwentuhan tayo sa ating live chat party. Let me know your thoughts about the game so far. At the half, lamang ang Barangay Ginebra, 53-50. And you know what? In this series, this is the first time na dikit yung laban at the half. Usually one or the other team has a big lead coming into the half. So both these teams seeing a lot of adjustments. And it will be an interesting third and fourth quarter. Kaya tutok lang po kayo dito sa ating live. And of course, before Game 4 started, nakita natin ang awarding ng Best Import and Best Player of the Conference. So let's just give you a rundown of everything that happened in that awarding. Justin Brownlee was named our Best Import of the Conference. This is his fourth Best Import award and his first since the 2023 Commissioners Cup. Let's look at his conference average averages that allowed him to get this victory for this award. 29.7 points per game, 8.7 rebounds per game, 5.3 assists per game, hitting 56.4% from the field, 32.9 from the three-point area, 32.9% from the three-point area para dito kay Justin Brownlee. And since coming to Ginebra in 2016, naging legend na talaga tong si Justin Brownlee, and he has truly cemented his place as one of the best PBA imports in history. So he's already a 6-time champion, 2016, 2017, 2019, and 2021 Governor's Cup, as well as 2018 and 2023 Commissioner's Cup. He is also a 4-time best import of the conference ng 2018 Commissioner's Cup, 2021 Governor's Cup, 2023 Commissioner's Cup, and 2026 Commissioner's Cup. So congratulations, very well-deserved para dito kay Justin Brownlee, and he is also in the top 5 of the all-time list of highest-scoring PBA imports. Now, the best player of the conference, his teammate, RJ Abarrientos. The sophomore had his breakout campaign here in the Commissioner's Cup to win his maiden BPC award. His conference averages are 21.2 points per game, 3.7 rebounds per game, 5 assists per game, 53.3 from the field, 43.6% from the three-point area, and 90.9% from the free throw line. Let's look at his latest accomplishments. He has truly worked his way up to becoming one of the go-to guys para dito sa Barangay Ginebra. He was best player of the conference for this Commissioner's Cup na in-award nga kanina if you're just tuning in now. He was a PBA All-Star for this year as well. He was Rookie of the Year ng 2025, 2025 PBA All-Rookie Team Member, and of course, he was also named KBL Rookie of the Year ng 2023. So congratulations to JB and RJ, ang ating best import and best player of the conference. Now, let's talk about Game 4 so far. Again, yung ating score at the half, lamang ang Barangay Ginebra by 3 points, 53-50. Tingnan natin ang ating stats. From the three-point area, TNT has hit 7 out of 18, Ginebra 5 out of 14. Sa rebounding, lamang din ang TNT 20-16. Second chance points, that also goes to TNT 6-0. But when it comes to assists, Ginebra is up 8-6, as well as they have less turnovers in this game so far. Ginebra with 4, TNT with 6. Ginebra starters are also outscoring TNT's 41-27, and they are also leading when it comes to points in the paint, 26-20. But again, most of the stats, dikit na dikit kasi nga, dikit pa ang ating laban at the half. Now, for our top scorers, TNT is being led by Jordan Heading with 18 points. He has hit 4 out of 4 from the three-point area. He also has 4 rebounds in this game. Jason Castro, 9 points in 9 minutes that he's been on the floor, hitting 2 out of 3 three-pointers. BGR with 9 points and 4 rebounds in this game. Now, Makolo, who had 44 in game number 3, has only had 5 points in this game, but already has 6 rebounds and 3 assists. On the other side of the floor, Justin Brownlee has 15 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. RJ Abarrientos already with 17 points, 3 out of 5 from the three-point area, 7 out of 11 from the field, and we have Rosario with 7 points. Now let's look at the highlights from the first half. In the first quarter, agad-agad, we see a Japeth slam. That was an alley-oop from Scotty Thompson to open up the action here in game number 4. Barangay Ginebra up 2-0. BPC RJ Abarrientos with a fadeaway jumper. Stephen Holt, who caught fire in game number 3, tries to continue the scoring here, drills a 3-pointer. Now Calvin Oftana trying to get going here in this game. Fearless attack. And that was BGR with the slam. Now Ginebra up by 1 here in the first quarter. That was Justin Brownlee with a tough N1 play over RR Pugoy. Moving on here, 1 minute to go. Justin Brownlee, just always fearless. Again, our best import here in this game. And that was a block to end the first quarter. Moving on to the second quarter. 3-pointers right off the bat here in the second quarter. We saw a shootout here. Jordan Heading hitting 2 quick triples here in the second quarter. He really caught fire. He's already 4 out of 4 from the 3-point area. And there you go, another Heading 3 right here in the second quarter. 3 minutes, 50 left to go. Now we're tied 41 all, 3 minutes left. Fadeaway jumper from Abarientos right there. And then perfect passing mula dito sa Ginebra. But TNT answers back. We have Jason Castro hitting the 3. Super efficient minutes para dito kay Jason Castro because he hit 9 out of 9 in 9 points in just 9 minutes on the floor. I stand corrected with that. So those are the highlights from our first half. Now let's do some shoutouts. Maraming nagpapa-shoutout kanina. Hi to Ava Vlogs from USA. Rommel from Bulacan. We have Gerald from Iloilo. Bobby from Tanay Rizal. We have John who's cheering for Team Ginebra today. Hi to Junski. Si Eduardo, Never Say Die Forever, watching from Mandaluyong. We have Hermosa watching from Hong Kong. Si Baby watching from Dubai, cheering for Ginebra as well. And we have Ben from Kuwait. Again, if you want to shout out, just let me know your thoughts about the game, your name, where you're watching from, and I'll give you a shout out later on in our post-game kwentuhan. Pero ngayon, pag-usapan na lang natin ulit yung game. I know that you guys have a lot of thoughts, so let us know in our chat. We love to hear your thoughts about our PBA games that are aired live right here on our One Sports YouTube channel. Now, also inviting everyone to check out Tap Tap Send para sa mabilis, safe at sulit na padalove to the Philippines. Download Tap Tap Send, the trusted remittance best friend of OFWs worldwide. And for the latest in the world of sports, please don't forget to follow One Sports on YouTube, Facebook, X, Reddit, Instagram, and on TikTok. The game will be right back. Tutok lang kayo dito sa ating One Sports YouTube channel.
For every Filipino fan, there's one app made just for you. Watch the biggest games live. UAAP, PBA, PVL, and more on your preferred device anytime, anywhere. Go beyond the game with originals and shorts. All these and more for only $149 a month. Scan the QR code and type "Get Started" to proceed.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Pilipinas.
And ang game number 4 and halfway through, 53-50 is our score. Ginebra up on a late three-pointer mula kay RJ Abarientos, the best player of the conference, and what a game he's having so far, Dean.
Well, I think so. Si Abarientos and Jordan Henning, both of them are having a shootout in this contest. At si Abarientos already with 17 points. Sa bilag natin, si Henning already with 18 points. Both of them exploded in a very high scoring second quarter. When in the first quarter, it was rather low scoring, which is more to the style of Barangay Ginebra.
That's right. So dikit na dikit ang ating labanan dito as expected, Coach Joe.
Yes, as expected, finals, talagang dikit ang laban. And everybody is really bleeding for points kasi grabe yung depensa nilang dalawa. Yung match-up talagang they try to match up the best way they can so they can defend.
That's right. So some of the stars have really come out to play, playing well. Some of them yet to pick up their games. Tingnan natin mga numero.
Well, check out the numbers here sa field goal percentage. Angat-angat ang Barangay Ginebra. They're shooting more than 50% from the floor. Sa bench points naman, angat ang TNT. While before this game, in the finals, Barangay Ginebra's bench was outscoring TNT to the tune of 27-11. Sa rebounding naman at saka sa offensive rebounds, makikita natin big advantage here for TNT in terms of offensive rebounding. In second chance points, it's 6-0 in favor of TNT. Assist to turnover naman, make slight advantage ang Barangay Ginebra. You notice whatever advantages both these teams have are only slight. Kanya naman, 3 points lang alamang ng Barangay Ginebra.
Yan ang nabanggit na ni Dean kanina, Jordan Herring and RJ Abarientos doing their thing. They're leading their respective teams. Brownlee in able support of RJ. That's a 1-2 punch. Kabilang side naman, hindi mo nakikita yung mga Pogo, hindi mo nakikita yung Oftana. Chris McCullough, mambaba rin ang kanyang scoring. But Castro and Ganuelas Rosser have really helped Jordan Herring in that first half.
That's correct. But in the second half, they still need McCullough to score. They still need Pogoy to score in double figures para para gumanda yung offense nila.
So speaking of Jordan Herring, na nabanggit na nga ni Dagin na napakainit nito, 18 points already in that first half. Bunch of that in that second period.
Well, nakita natin in game number 3 that Makala at saka si Pagoy dominated the scoring. We did mention that they shot 61% of the total attempts ng TNT. Pero ngayon, better distribution, better balance sa opensa ng TNT, and Jordan Herring showing the way with 18 points so far. Tapos nandyan si Makolo, nakaka-contribute din yung ibang mga player. And we're expecting Calvin Oftana to show up big time in the second half.
Let's update the Dean's List para for TNT.
Well, for TNT, first of all, they've been able to vary their points of attack. They're not only going to the outside, but they're also getting offensive putbacks. So that's a check mark. Sharing the ball, they've only got a total of 6 assists. That's not exactly sharing the ball for them. And stepping up the pace, they haven't scored a single fast break point for TNT. So they need to be able to step on the gas. And for Barangay Ginebra naman, the same report card, 1 check mark and 2 X marks. They've been able to pound it inside. They have more paint points, but they haven't been able to capitalize on turnovers kasi kukunti lang ang turnovers ng TNT. And their bench firepower has not delivered. Only 12 points from the bench of Barangay Ginebra compared to 23 for TNT.
So that's the breakdown at the half. And of course, 24 minutes of action remaining dito sa Big Dome. Napakarami pang pwede mangyari rito. I wonder who's gonna catch fire in the next 2 quarters. And so many candidates on each of these teams, Coach Jong.
Just waiting, sino yung puputok itong second half. If dapat, kunyari, pumutok si Jordan, sino naman yung puputok sa second half? Alam natin si RJ puputok na ng first half, si Brownlee, si Justin Brownlee. So, waiting lang kung sino yung magte-take over sa second half.
May awarding na nga tayo kanina, best player of the conference, best import. Ngayon may awarding na naman tayo ulit at center court. Nandiyan na naman yung commissioner, nandiyan yung ibang gobernador natin dito sa PBA. Kasi maghahandog sila ng plaque sa isang player na umabot na naman ng career milestone. And that, I believe, let's just listen in first. Para may konting suspense naman para sa ating mga nanonood.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the first quarter of their game against TNT Tropang 5G, last June 7, 2026, at the Mall of Asia Arena for game number 3 of this PBA Finals, he became the 103rd member of the PBA's 5,000-point club, the 98th local, 14th active player, and 13th to achieve it with the Barangay Ginebra franchise. PBA fans, please join us in giving a congratulatory round of applause to Barangay Ginebra, Scotty Thompson!
Parang napakarami ng awards ng Ginebra sa araw na ito.
Tatlo na nga eh.
Oo nga eh. Panay Ginebra. Natuwa naman si Mrs. Kasi Abarientos na, Brownlee pa. Dagdaga mo pa.
Scotty Thompson.
And just as a footnote to Scotty Thompson, by the way, the record books over the last 10 years sa PBA, there's only one other player to win the MVP award outside of Junmar Fajardo. And that's that man, Scotty Thompson.
Nakasingit, di ba? O, pupuntahan natin si Bea. Kasama niya si Chart Del Rosario ng Ginebra.
Coach Richard, you were able to hold down the usual suspects of TNT such as Oftana and Makolo. What approach is needed in this third quarter, and how do you address the other guys stepping up for TNT such as Heading?
Well, so far, Heading has gone berserk with 18 points, and we need to have him in check. Also, Jason Castro hit 2 big threes, so we got to get those guys in check also. It just goes to show how deep their bench is. It really has to be a team effort defensively. Right now, both teams are hitting big shots, so it's going to boil down on how we defend well in the second half.
Thank you so much, Coach Richard. Gentlemen, back to you.
Depensa, siyempre, ang susi, sabi ni Coach Del Rosario. Pero opensa, kailangan din yan. At yan na nga, nagawa. Natagdagan yung 5,000 plus points ni Scotty Thompson.
Nakita natin some defensive adjustments at TNT. It was Ara Pogoy no longer defending Justin Brownlee. Let's see what he can do against RJ Abarientos.
I was going to say easy layup for Scotty on one side. An easier layup for Jason.
Jason Castro.
And that's 11 points for Jason. That's the first time he's notched double figures in the finals.
Holt goes to the corner. Scotty decides to bring it closer. Japet will hook it up and miss. On the rebound play, nagkatulakan. Natamaan si Jason Castro. No, hindi. No foul. A loose ball foul. Scotty knocking Jason Castro off balance. So that's a foul on Thompson. His third of this game.
Certainly not a good sign.
So tatlo hinahabol ng TNT. 1 minute into this period. Januela Sosa can't handle the pass. But Abarientos goes overboard as he tries to save that ball. It will stay with TNT and RJ. They'll pick him up. He and Mike Nieto, I think, played together on Gilas at one point in time. So mga makaibigan yung mga yan.
Of course, lahat naman sila.
Oh, what about the chase down?
I know.
Going over the ramp dun si RJ Abarientos. By the way, si Castro, as we mentioned, 11 points. His conference high is 14 points. Let's see what Pogoy can do.
That's a fourth shot from RR Pogoy under all sorts of pressure between ng kanyang tira. Ginebra, itong dagdagan ng 3-point lead nila. Way too close for comfort. Brownlee inside the Japet, who gets bumped. And he gets that one to go. So that's Pogoy's fourth personal foul.
And that's become a very familiar play with Barangay Ginebra. With the defense spread out, then that baseline is wide open for the bigs. Kanina si Troy Rosario, ngayon naman si Japet Aguilar. Finding himself open, cutting down the baseline, and scoring on the reverse.
Siyempre, di maganda yung nangyari para sa TNT. 0 points pa si RR Pogoy, tapos 4 personal fouls.
Yeah.
But that's a miss on the freebie. TNT comes down with it. 5 ang lamang ng Ginebra. McCullough, only 5 points in that first half. He tried to attack. And he lose it again. It went to Pogoy. He hit it pa si RR. In case Coach Chot's thinking of subbing him out due to 4 fouls. Tref na siya.
I know, but Coach Chot is taking a gamble for him, playing him with 4 fouls.
That's a foul on Jason Castro.
And the first basket by RR Pogoy kanina.
Broken play na yun, pero napunta yung bola right into the hands of Pogoy, who knocks in the 3. That's brought to us by Arena Plus Sportsbook.
That was a good challenge by Scotty Thompson. Pumasok lang yung tira. And, you know, for RR Pogoy, it's overdue. He didn't score in the first half.
Amaya, first points nga niya yan. Tipped away by Oftana and then a push from Scotty Thompson, who's going to be called for a loose ball foul. And that is his 4th personal foul.
Also.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and they might even be a transition take
Could be
foul, because kung nakuha ni Oftana yun, mukhang off to the races na siya.
Yes, and McCullough was already ahead.
There is a tendency to do that. You know, once that pass gets picked, the nearest guy is going to hold on to the opponent. Back in the day, they call it duty foul. Now, bawal na yan.
Bawal na. Bawal na.
Scotty just, with a look of determination, and says, okay, just going to hunker down and play clean defense. No fouls anymore.
That's a common foul. So, walang deliberate, walang advantage, walang transition.
Ian, how do you like the way the coaches are leaving their 2 stars na may tig-4 na foul? Pogoy and Thompson. Nag-wrestling pa silang dalawa.
Ako, I feel it's a big gamble.
Right.
Mahaba pa itong laro natin.
McCullough, pass to Oftana. Oftana still looking for his game. The pass to McCullough, can't put it in. Pero may free throw na ibibigay kay Chris. Sabi ni Chris, pataas na sa taas dapat yung bato mo. Sabi niya kay Oftana, dapat na lang dapat.
At tama din yung ginawa ni Oftana. He's not getting his shots, he's looking to pass. And that pass inside to McCullough, rewarding McCullough with 2 free throws.
Scotty will sit, so tama na yung gamble muna kay Scotty Thompson. They bring in Troy Rosario, gives them some height and pretty good rebounding as well. Free throw na parating, hatid sa atin ng McDonald's. Love ko to.
75% shooter from the free throw line is McCullough.
Took him a while to come back to the PBA. Pre-pandemic pa yan, ang champion dito with San Miguel.
2019.
After all those years.
So na yung Ginebra TNT.
Troy almost again. Oh, and then Brandon swings and gets him on the head. And they're gonna investigate this one dahil natamaan na sa noo, sa taas ng ulo. Ito si Troy Rosario on that try and Brandon says sorry and Troy says okay lang partner pero sana flagrant ka. Diba? Para free throw. Oh.
It could be.
Medyo malakas yun.
He did not go for the ball.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
That's a flagrant one.
It didn't look that bad in real time. On the replay.
That looked like a flagrant one.
Maraming napaaray dito sa loob ng big toe.
He didn't go for the ball.
Oh, yes.
That's it. And he knew it. He knew it. He didn't protest. He went straight to the bench. He knew it was going to be a flagrant one.
Sometimes yung aggression nga medyo ganda. Aggression pero too much.
Relax lang. 3 minutes, 3 playing minutes. He have to sit out. They're gonna put him in that penalty box.
Also, that's a third personal foul on BGR, who was the primary defender, RJ Barrientos, to start this game.
Tapos ball possession pa.
That's right.
Now, 8 points now for Rosario.
Naitabla na ng TNT pero just like that, you give up a foul and you give free throws and possession to Ginebra. That could bite you later on.
Correct. Minsan momentum shift.
Yan si Mrs. R, Mrs. Rosario. Tagal na rin sa liga ni Troy. So we've seen ang pamilya niya grow here as the years have gone on. Actually, a lot of these guys, dumadami yung tropa nila. Anong kwento mo, Bay?
According to Coach Sandy Arespecochaga, TNT's focus heading into the second half remains on consistency on both ends of the floor. Despite JB and RJ Barrientos combining for 32 points in the first half for Ginebra, TNT are looking to limit the contributions of Ginebra's supporting cast while also getting more production from their own secondary scorers. As Coach Sandy explained, and I quote, "We need to stay consistent with our ball movement. Not only does that help us create better looks for Oftana and CMAC, but it also allows us to identify and take advantage of the opportunities that Ginebra gives us inside." Gentlemen, back to you.
Salamat, Bea. Pero kami napapawaw kami rito. Dahil si RJ Barrientos, kahit anong bato pumapasok, nothing but net pa.
That was a tough angle.
Yes. With the defender too. Oh, but check this guy. Jason Castro, I feel is being challenged by the way Barrientos is playing. Diba? Sabi niya, galing ng point guard ng kabila. Kailangan makascore din ako.
Kaya ko rin.
At saka nabigyan siya ng pagkakataon as a starter in this game.
Correct, yes.
He's had 2 nice layups, drives for the basket in this second half si Jason Castro.
Oftana now is defending RJ Barrientos.
That's a rare miss, and the crowd is ready to erupt, but not that time. Now it's with Castro, looking to try once again, or take the lead. He wants the lead. He can't get it. Oftana is there, and that's tipped away, but there's a foul from RJ Barrientos. Free throws for Calvin Oftana.
But that's maturity for Jason, kay Jason, because alam niya hindi maganda yung offense ni na Calvin tsaka ni Pugoy. Siya ang kukuha.
Kita mo the way he had to lob that one.
Yan ang vintage blur. Nakita natin, ginawa ni Jason Castro, and Oftana at the line. Did not score sa second period at 4 points in the first quarter. Inupo muna si RR Pugoy because of foul trouble. Pugoy with 4 personal fouls is Oftana. That's his second free throw.
So there's Oftana starting his scoring here in the second half. And obviously, Coach Chot Reyes is looking for Oftana to pick up that slack. Pugoy is going to be out for a while due to the 4 fouls.
They need another guy that can score another double figures, like 10, 15 points.
To RJ, always a threat. Kahit saan yan si RJ. Papasok sa kay Japet. Umangat, and Japet gets that one to go. It's been a long time since he scored.
Dito, dinrap na sila. Dinrap na si just to take his rhythm out.
Step back from Calvin. That's off target. Heading able to tip that one. Castro in the paint. The spin. And a drawing, and once again drawing the foul. At unsuccessful yung challenge kanina ng Ginebra. So sumisenya si RJ ng challenge. Wala na. Penalty na ang Ginebra with 7:46 remaining. Napakaaga.
Castro a total of 13 points in this game. And that now ties his conference side with 14. One more and it'll be a new conference side para kay the Blur.
JB comes in for Japet. Second free throw coming up for the Blur, Jason Castro. Not much of a factor in the first 3 games, but in this game, definitely one. They lose it out of bounds on that miss. So, balik sa Ginebra ang possession. Lamang pa rin ang Gin Kings by 1.
Brownlee nagbababa ng bola. Now there's a mismatch right there, a hold against Jason Castro. And Ginebra needs to be able to exploit that. Hindi na bibigyan ng bola si Stephen Holt and he can't get hot.
JB gets it. 3 guys on him. Koo was momentarily free. He throws up an air ball. He rushed that shot. And here are the dark shirts once again. McCullough all the way to the rim.
Nice move, nice cut. Ang bilis nun. Ito sinasabi natin, TNT needs to step on the gas.
That's a lead for TNT. 7 minutes to go in the 3rd period. Holt to Troy. Now JB. There's a switch. Galinato ngayon nakabantay sa kanya.
There's gonna be a foul with Galinato.
And you see the TNT bench up in arms. Felt that there wasn't much there for the whistle to blow.
Wala pa naman sa penalty ang TNT.
Sapa.
But you're seeing of Tana's height advantage over Abarientos. It's bothering RJ. Ito, let's see whether it continues to bother him. He's up against Oftana. Yan ang bagong matchup. Oh!
No one there. Troy wasn't ready.
It looks like it is bothering RJ. Yung height advantage is distracting his vision.
Saka biglang kumat si Troy sa play na yun.
Yeah.
Na-spot siya ni Abarientos but the target moved. Three from McCullough. Too strong. Rebound, Koo. 1 and done. Good defensive rebounding para sa Ginebra. Spin. Brownlee inside to Troy. Ayan na naman yung reverse, but not that time. Heading gets to the ball. Abarientos is there to challenge. But Jordan goes all the way up to lay that one in. He's got 20 in the game.
It's a transition offense ng TNT that's giving them this lead by 3. Stepping on the gas, setting the pace. Yan ang ginagawa ng TNT ngayon. Feeling nila, napapagod na ang nucleus ng Barangay Ginebra and they're attacking.
Watch it again. Pretty layup, finger roll from Jordan Heading.
Daily Fantasy. And now, PBA fans, it's time for PBA Kids Camp! Miss Abby Rolando in the house! Can we get a kiss from this couple? Come on! Come on, guys! Do it! Let's go, Abby! I know! 1 kiss is all it takes! Can we get a kiss? Come on, guys! Everybody's waiting for that today! Oh, isa pa! Miss Abby! Hindi na bigay na natatagan! Isang kiss naman! Come on, guys! Ayun na! Wow! Sana! How about this next couple right now? Uy, sabi ko! Patingin naman ang jersey natin dyan! We ready? Patingin naman ang likod ng jersey! Champion! How about this next one?
Jason Castro, an all-time great in the PBA, and he's doing some work tonight. You know, nakakailang finals MVP na yan. And many championships he's won, and even internationally he's been given awards. Pero yun na nga, napatela tendon tear siya, was out for most of last season. He's back right now. And he's showing shades of the Jason Castro we've come to know.
Yes, and you know, it's finals, sanay siya sa ganitong environment. He knows what it needs to take. Especially now, medyo kulang yung production ni Calvin tsaka ni Pugoy. He decided na finally to take over some points. Kailangan niya ng puntos.
He's a 10-time champion. Back in 2008, he was a first-round drafted, but only after Gabe Norwood at saka si Jared Dillinger. And advance happy birthday sa kanya. He turns 40 on June 30.
Lapit na pala. Almost halfway through quarter 3. Sigitan pa rin natin labanan. Although it was 3.5 for Ginebra, it's 3 for TNT right now and is the lead. Troy. Back to Koo. Abarientos thought 4. Then release to Koo. That's a 3 that rolls off. Oftana picks it up. And McCullough had to come close to receive that pass. That's a stop by TNT. The mid-range of McCullough is not falling in this game. Zero sa ganyang klaseng tira.
Stephen Holt. Now he gets Jordan Henning on the switch.
Troy is open from the three-point country. He can't put it in either. And that's exactly what Bea reported earlier na gusto sana nila. Oftana helps you out in other ways. He's been getting rebounds here in the third.
Wide open shots for Barangay Ginebra, but they can't knock them down. Ang sabi natin kanina, they need to attack the paint. That's where they get a lot of their points. But they're settling for those outside shots.
Mataas ang pasa, pero kay Oftana pa rin nalaglag. Kick to the corner. Henning can't put it in. Galinato pumower up. Can he make the shot? No! He overshoots the reverse. To the delight of Ginebra fans. Pass inside to Troy. That's the 5th foul of TNT. They're now in the penalty as well. 4:44 remaining. Mas maaga pa ngayon ang penalty kesa dun sa second period. Both teams.
Both teams, yes. No option for Jason Castro. Nasil siya ni Troy Rosario. That would have been an easy 2 points for the X Factor.
Yung hindi pa natin nakikita sa game na ito, Dean, so far is Kelly Williams.
Yes.
Used up front.
Galinato actually moving in
siya yung
at the middle.
ng assignment na yun. Normally we see Kelly kahit pa 5 minutes lang, but so far nothing yet. Brownlee wowing the crowd with the move and then getting fouled pag-atake sa basket. Free throws para kay JB, the 4-time best import winner.
Another magical move. This guy has won 6 PBA championships. Can you believe it? He's been in the PBA since 2016. 10 years.
One of the longest
PBA.
Norman Black was here, but this guy, Bobby Parks. Free throw brought to us by McDonald. Love ko to. What if Justin Brownlee lasts 3 or 4 more seasons and wins 2 or 3 more best import awards and gets 7 or more? Do we co-name it? Because it's named after Bobby Parks now. Do we say the JB and Bobby Parks award for future imports?
Could be.
Diba? Kasi 7 is the standard right now.
By the way, we saw his brother Stanley.
Big boy.
And
as big as he is,
his
maybe
son.
bigger.
Watching the game.
Inside,
wide open.
This time, sinigurado na ni Henry Galinato Jr.
Yes. That's a lapse in defense, which Tim Cohn, I'm sure, did like that rotation.
Galinato can become some sort of a Troy Rosario the way he moves underneath. Yung ganyan, nag-aabang lang ng pasa. Maya Gray doesn't take the 3, drives in and loses it. He lost it on the way up. He claims Galinato held it. And Jerry Narandan at the baseline, our referee from Cebu, says it's going to the dark shirts.
What about the entry of bench players here for Coach Kim Cohn? Pinto,
Isaac, first action of the game. Si Pinto, naka-spot duty na yung kanina second quarter.
Maya Gray is also on the floor. So very clearly he wants to rest his nucleus for the 4th quarter because I think this is going to go down to the wire.
Pwede. Oftana in the paint, steps back, can't get it to drop. Galinato, nothing on the putback. Almost got it. But
he gets the rebound.
And then a foul. So free throws ito dahil penalty nga magkabilang kupunan. Konting hawak lang, pero napituhan in the backcourt.
Coach Reyes disputing.
I think he's talking to his guy actually.
Yeah, I correct myself. Yes, he is. Not disputing, but he's talking to his players.
Sanay kasi tayo. Makausap ng coach yung referees talaga. Di ba, Coach Joe?
Yes, kausap.
Pero kanina nakakuha na naman ng offensive rebound ang TNT. And that's keeping them ahead in this game as George Go missing
Malamig.
free throw. Yeah. Ito may promise na ako to some of the guys whom I met at Villa Mare Landmark in Alabang today. Christian, June, Jonathan, Rowie, Brian, Richard. They're all watching the PBA Finals, game number 4, as millions more are also watching.
Nothing there on 2 free throw tries mula kay Isaac Gore. Really called off that bench. Napahawak na sa mukha si Coach Tim Coleman. They're still trailing by 4 with 3:25 remaining in the third. It's been TNT playing a little bit better here in the third, grabbing that lead, which they didn't have in the half. That's knocked away. White shirts with some good defense once again. They've been getting their hands in there.
Well, once you stop your dribble and the offense is stagnant, and that's a recipe for disaster, a recipe for a turnover.
Here's Go to the cutting Brownlee. He was too deep underneath.
Yeah.
3 minutes remaining. Oh! Heading looked away. That pass was for him. He looked away and Nambata couldn't catch up with it. So they force a stop but can't do anything on offense. It's going to be Ginebra ball after this timeout, which has been called at the 2:57 mark. Great aerial shot here of the Araneta City in Cubao.
Show your energy for our Tap Tap Energy Camp! Kaway-kaway naman tayo dyan! And show us your true energy for tonight! Kaway-kaway lang mga ka-PBA! Sabihin sa mga kamag-anak abroad to send money to the Philippines with Tap Tap Send and get additional $20 on your first send. Para sa mabilis, safe at sulit na padalog to the Philippines, download Tap Tap Send, the trusted remittance best friend of OFWs worldwide. Mark Pingris once again in the house. Sige na! Later on, i-flex naman natin ang ating mga muscles para sa ating PBA.
The mga fans among the 16,000 plus, I believe, that are inside the big dome witnessing the action. Mr. Dave Gomez, Secretary is Dave Gomez ng PCO. Siyempre si Bayani andyan. Andyan din si Abby, Chang Abby, with Jolina de la Cruz, who is the friend of Ralph Lee. A special friend.
Nabanggit natin yung attendance. You see this breakaway layup by Nards Pinto.
Si Pinto, biglang atake yan eh.
Oo.
That's the lead down to 2.
Yung attendance, here's the exact count, 16,823. Maraming salamat po.
Kasama na tayo doon? Nagtaga mo pa ng 3.
Hindi tayo paying customers.
Bayad. Walang bayad. Okay. Jordan Heading finding space yet again. Asking for a foul, but Heading doing his thing. 20 plus already in this game. 22 to be exact. Passing around that 3-point or 4-point arc are the Ginebra Kings. Pinto tries to go baseline. Nambangga si Pinto. Matatawagan na siya ng offensive foul. Referee Mike Flordeliza with that emphatic call.
Better decision making, that has to be for Barangay Ginebra because they're down 4. lest we forget, PBA's Chief Executive Fidel Mangoron just reminding us that we are in the presence here of the only coach in PBA history to win titles for TNT and Barangay Ginebra. Coach Chong Luchico, kasama natin.
Yun nga. Nakwento na nga ni Coach Chong kanina. Yan.
Trivia.
Dalawa at isa.
Dalawa isa.
2 for Ginebra, 1 for TNT. That's a 3 from Calvin Oftana. Once he does that, that could open things up. Then they're going to call a foul, however, at the post dahil si Jordan Heading nahihirapan dyan sa napakalaking player na si Isaac Go.
At kanina, nagbintis ng 2 beses si Isaac Go.
Here's a 3 mula kay Oftana. Hatid sa atin ng Arena Plus Sportsbook. And sure, natutuwa yung coaching staff ng TNT. Naka-address na rin si Calvin.
Sana that will get it going, ano?
Isaac will try again.
Yeah. Very late closeout kanina. Yung depensa ng Barangay Ginebra. Ang Calvin Oftana. Yeah. He's missed 3 in a row from the free throw line.
Kasi yung unang dalawa, short. Ngayon, nilakasan niya.
Might get it on the 4th. Kasi na-adjust na. Yung short, tapos long. Nakakuha na rito.
Ayaw, he missed it again. 4 missed free throws here.
There goes hitting some cheers mula sa crowd. Mostly TNT, I'm sure. Castro. A factor in this game so far. 7-point lead for TNT. The pass to Calvin. Calvin to Castro. Castro will drive. Kick it back out. Extra pass to Jordan Heading. Balik kay Jason. Then layup. Hit in. Tumama ba sa ring is the question.
And they're gonna call a
foul? Did it touch the ring? Kasi 24-second violation, dapat.
Right.
But if it touched the ring on the layup, it should have reset.
Yes.
So they're checking with the table just to be sure. Yeah, tumama ba dyan sa ring on that initial?
Again.
Mukhang hindi, ha?
They should get a top angle or a back angle.
You can't IRS that?
Well, I think you can.
Yeah. So indeed, they're saying it's TNT ball from the baseline. So tumama.
Yeah, looks like tumama. And they give 14 seconds for shot clock.
Sa unang bato ba?
Ayun.
Yeah, I think it grazed. Kaya bumalik eh. Bumalik sa kaliwa. Ever so slightly. Yeah. Heading. 10 to shoot. Castro fakes the 3. Kicks to Heading, who doesn't hesitate. But it's a miss. And there's a foul. Oh!
By?
Offensive foul from
Heading.
On the release, I think he got him on the face. When he took the shot, is what Josh Reyes is saying. Sa pagbitiw ng bola,
tinamaan niya
yung defender.
Well, time was also running out on the shot clock ng TNT. So he had to take a hurried shot.
He did take a quick release shot.
Yeah.
And Pinto got the business end of whatever that was.
Pagpasok ni Pinto sa laro, may nangyayari.
Yes. Usually the case. Watch this. Quick release. Pagbitiw. Okay, from that angle, nothing much.
That's an
that angle. You know, it must have been on a different angle. You could probably see it. Kumabit nga sa mukha ni Nards Pinto.
And Pinto making sure that he would not make any contact initiation. Kasi sa side ni Jordan Heading ang movement niya.
No free throws, of course, dahil offensive foul nga designation doon. Despite the penalty situation, so Ginebra with a chance to try to cut down this 7-point lead. Brownlee would like to do that. He got pushed, so he missed the layup. Pero dalawang free throws na naman para kay JB.
Brownlee very quiet in the second half. Has scored only 1 point in this half. At si Macaulay naman has scored only 3. Very low.
Hindi sa kanila nakapokus itong dalawang koponan.
What a contrast from game number 3, where Brownlee had 41 points and Macaulay had 44. Ngayon si Macaulay meron lang 9 points. Brownlee only 17. That's just his second point in the second half.
Second free throw coming up. You can see the free throw totals, 8 of 14 for Ginebra. That's a bunch that they've missed. 2 misses for TNT. Down to 5 ang lamang ng TNT. 44 seconds to go in the third. Here's Castro, much taller defender. Continues to be. Heading down to McCullough. McCullough will turn. Put it up strong against JB.
And good decision on the part of Brown to just give him the 2 points. I mean, why give him a bonus free throw on a 3-point play?
But the TNT bench felt there was a foul. They were all standing up pagkatapos nun, humihingi sila sa referee. Ito si Holt.
And Holt, hindi siya nabibigyan ng pagkakataon to score.
Goes to the corner. Pito the fake and the shot. That's off. McCullough will tip it to himself. That's the way to do it. With a second to go, Heading will put it up. And get some ring.
Almost.
And yung galing na shooter yan eh. Muntik na yan. Pero what a turnaround because they were down by 3. Now they're up by 7. That's 10 points back the other way. As TNT will be in the lead as we enter the fourth.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang last.
PBA fans, show some love for your Real Plus Ashley girls.
Three quarters into this ball game, one more to go before that matchup, or this matchup. Best player, best import awards were handed out, and they both belong to Ginebra, Abarientos, and Brownlee, respectively. And then JB went on to show us what he can do. He's got 18 points so far, and Abarientos as well. Kung bakit siya best player, pinakikita niya sa atin with all sorts of shots. But Jordan Heading trying to counter those two from the TNT side. He's got 22 points already on great shooting. 60% mula sa field para kay Jordan Heading so far. So here we go. Action begins here in the fourth and maybe final quarter ng ating laro as McCullough will go in again. 2 in a row inside the paint for Chris McCullough.
Namala siya sa labas, so he decided to get the ball inside, which is turning out well.
Tama naman.
Yeah. And we were saying how important it is for TNT to vary its points of attack.
Oh, miss.
Yung layup ni Scotty Thompson. So, in the first half, 45% of the shots of TNT came from deep. Ngayon, pumupunta sila sa loob with McCullough. They're varying their points of attack and they're getting the shots to fall inside, close to the basket.
Reaching foul mula kay Jeremiah Gray. That's the first personal of either team in this fourth period. Panalo play ito. Atid sa atin ng TNT. Lead is 9. Looking to extend. Nambatak will drive. Then step back. Jumper is good for Ray. What a time for that to come. He had been shooting pretty coldly all night.
Mid-range jumper coming from Nambatak, finding himself open.
Ginebra calls a ceasefire. Biglang down na sila by double digits. Still lots of time though, 11:09. Hello to everyone watching us here on RPTV and on 116,823 people engulfing us here in the dome. And of course, yung mga ratings natin sa finals mula nung semis pa, mula nung quarters pa, ay napakaganda. Salamat sa inyong lahat sa inyong pagtangkilik sa ating minamahal na PBA in its 50th season, the golden year.
Well, we're hitting the roof with all those numbers. Grabe yung nanonood sa PBA Finals. And this actually started in the playoffs.
Yes.
Nag-pick up grabe.
Pwede ba natin pasalamatan from all the good action also? Pasalamatan din natin yung nakaalis na, si Bol Manudbol.
Of course.
Yes.
For gracing our...
Yeah.
We hope to see him back.
A lot of people watched him.
Naging crowd favorite.
Correct.
Especially for my grandsons, Jose and Luis.
That's a jumper from Holt. He misses. And a rebound foul will be called against Oftana as he tried to climb the back of Troy Rosario. So naunahan siya sa box out ni Troy doon.
That offense ng Barangay Ginebra sputtered in the third quarter. They only scored 15 points. It's something that they need to pick up.
Another foul from TNT, back-to-back yun. Trying to fight through those. You know, when you're all moving parts yan, di ba? Habang the offense is trying to set up, you see the defenders trying to chase him.
Right.
In the shuffle, sometimes you'll bump into somebody.
True, yes. Accidentally.
Brownlee hoiks up a three. And look at that rebound from BGR. The rebounding of TNT has been pretty good, especially here in the second half.
At the end of the third quarter, their rebounding edge was plus 14 and also getting a monster share of offensive rebounds.
Here's Henning. He's been playing well offensively, but not so much here in the second half. They go to Calvin. That's knocked away. At foul na naman ang tatawagin kontra sa Ginebra. Hacking foul to si RJ Abarrientos. Pangatlo pa lamang si RJ yan. And free throws for Calvin Oftana. He's trying his best to contribute sa cough ng kanyang koponan. His shooting has not been spot on, but
he tries to do other things. Actually, he's only 1 point away from 10, from a double figure.
He might get it on the second one because he muffed that first one. It rolled out.
Tama yung sinabi mo. Coach John already has 6 rebounds and 2 assists.
Namin naman aspeto ang basketball. Ika nga.
Right.
Ayun, gusto pa sanang lumabas. But it decided to drop in. So the lead now is 12. That's an even dozen in favor of TNT. Will we reach 100 points? Because the first 3 games may ubabot ng 100. Thompson, tightly guarded by Heading. He'll try to go baseline. Drop it off to Troy. Familiar target for these guys when they drive. Troy Rosario.
Drop pass.
And the penetration coming from Scotty Thompson. He is one of the best facilitators in this game.
And then the drive from Heading. Gustong bumawi at nakakuha na naman ng foul.
Ang wala sa opensa ng Ginebra si Scotty Thompson because he averages double figures in the past 3 games.
And especially since triple-double siya last game.
Yes. Triple-double. So they're missing him. That's why they always have 70 points.
Tough decision, you know, for the panel to choose a best player last game. As great as Holt played in the first half. And then Scotty had the triple-double. Tapos si JB na nag-41 points.
Right.
Consistent throughout. Ultimately, si Brownlee ang napili.
11-point lead. It could be 12. Yes, it is 12 now.
Couple of bounces.
Coach Jong, matanong kita, no? You think that this apparent lack of energy on the part of Barangay Ginebra, could this be a reason for the fatigue factor coming in? Because 4 players had at least 40 minutes of play in game number 3.
Yes, it could be, especially that I think the Ginebra doesn't have the same bench as TNT. I think TNT has a deeper bench. That's why there's some slow in the game of Ginebra.
May report para sa atin si Bea Escudero.
In the most recent Ginebra huddle, Coach Tim Cone reminded his players that right now they are not exactly matching the same physical game that TNT is displaying. They're allowing TNT to get to their spots and giving them enough space inside to operate. So the reminder in the fourth for Coach Tim is this, and I quote, "You need to focus on your man, and when they operate inside, we have to get down with them." Gentlemen, back to you.
Thanks a lot, Bea. Sa Scotty Thompson. Nagulat ang crowd dahil 2 mintis ang free throw ni Scotty Thompson. Several missed free throws. I think at least 8 for Ginebra in this game. McCullough's mid-range, though, still not going. Kept alive by BGR. Heading for 4. Too strong. Pogoy getting the board. And the putback. Wow, look at that rebound from RR Pogoy. Perfectly timed yung talon niya.
And that's what Bea is saying. That displaying the same physicalness because there's something to do with fatigue also.
Yung energy level ng TNT napakataas, and it's showing in the rebounding department where they are dominating.
Matulis yung hook shot ni Scotty Thompson. Ma-force na naman ang mintis ang TNT. Let's see if they can take advantage. The look away. There's Pogoy. May humabol na ng defender, so they go to heading on the other side. Oh, that's a big one. That lead is 17. Coach Jong and the Dean.
17 points already with 8 minutes to go. Maraming nahahanap na mismatch yung TNT. That's why they can find a lot of mismatches now.
Look how open Jordan Heading is. So late nakapasok sa frame si Troy Rosario and not even a challenge. No hand up.
But they had to protect Barrientos on the post.
27 points for Jordan Heading and a 17-point lead for TNT.
Once again, show your energy for our Tap Energy Camp. Come on, show us your energy vibes right now. Going naman dyan. Ipakita lang ang inyong solid na energy. Let's go! At huwag kalimutan sabihin sa mga kamag-anak abroad to send money to the Philippines with Tap Send and get additional $20 on your first send. Para sa mabilis, safe at sulit na padala to the Philippines, download Tap Send, the trusted remittance best friend of OFWs worldwide.
Here's what's happened so far. 2-point win by Ginebra on a Brownlee J. Then TNT comes back to grab game 2. Nakalamang naman ang Gin Kings in game number 3. Great game by Brownlee doon. And here we are, game number 4. Game 5 will be here at the Smart Araneta again. And game 6 if necessary. Smart Araneta again. Kung mag-game 7 tayo, babalik yata tayo sa kabila. Sa Bohua.
Yes.
Big difference here is in the rebounding department. Plus 19 ang TNT.
It's about
TNT with a turnover.
Yeah, this is a big 3-minute stretch.
Forcing a turnover.
A big 3-minute stretch ito para sa Ginebra. But they lost the ball immediately on that first attempt. They put in the young guy, John Abis, a rookie. First action of the game. Heading on the curl. Right-handed layup, no go. BGR, put back. Wala rin, pero may foul na naman. And Abis, the youngster, is going to get called for that one.
And that's another offensive rebound for TNT. Nakaka-16 na sila against only 5 for Barangay Ginebra.
Rebounds.
Yeah, that's offensive rebounding.
Panoorin natin itong drive ni Japet. Napigilan siya. Tapped away. Selyado defense of the game. Brought to us by Pioneer Elastoseal. Selyado ang bubong anumang panahon. Another missed free throw for TNT. They've missed a couple here in the fourth quarter already. Kanina si Oftana, ngayon naman si BGR. You know, if you're TNT, every point counts. You want to break away, make sure there's no space, because Ginebra always have that last run.
They can come back. Especially pag uminit si Brownlee.
(38-17) ang second half scoring natin. That's a plus 21 for TNT. Abis goes to Brownlee. He's been quiet. JB, probably time to take over. Finds Koo inside. Who can't hit it. And then tipped away. And that's allowed. That was on the way out. Tinapik na ni PGR yun.
It had hit the rim.
Crowd didn't like it, but I don't know if they're gonna review that.
Koo still scoreless in this game.
Yeah. Can't get it to go. Really not an inside type player. Here's heading, bouncing to McCullough, who lefty lays up that ball. The lead is growing.
Barrientos has been limited to only 2 points in the second half.
4!
That's a 4.
From JB, and that's a nice way to start if you're Barangay Ginebra trying to mount a comeback.
That big basket by Justin Brownlee.
Now to play tougher defense on the other end of the floor. They need stops to come back into this game.
McCullough to Plagoy for 3. It rolls off. Ball's loose. Koo comes down with it. Almost halfway through this fourth and final quarter. What's Brownlee gonna do? He's got BGR on him, and they're gonna call a bump on Ganuelas Rosser. He can't believe it. He's outraged by that ball. Not happy at all.
And also because that's his 5th personal foul. Ibabalik ng TNT si Calvin Oftana, who's done a great job defending RJ Barrientos. Nakahanap si Coach Shot ng antidote against Barrientos. Si Calvin Oftana.
You're never safe. Actually, either of these two teams. When Ginebra's up big, they're wary of TNT still. And then the other way around, like right now.
Every game, they might find a way to get back.
Look at that. That's a rookie, but this guy has shown the ability to hit shots. So, napakalaki ng kumpiyansa nitong rookie na ito.
That's a second-round draft pick. Hitting it from the corner.
But Jordan Heading knew what to do. Umatake sa basket.
Yes. That's a big basket.
Hindi pwedeng sunod-sunod ang tira ng kalaban. Kailangan may nasushoot ka rin in between.
And also, again, with TNT attacking the rim, varying the points of attack. Here's a 4-pointer.
Another 4 mula kay Justin Brownlee. His second, that's 10 or 11 straight points for Ginebra from beyond the arcs.
You were saying any of the teams can come back.
That's a 12-point lead.
Quickly chopped down. 20-point lead. Naging 12 na lang. 5:41 pa ang natitira.
And the assist coming from Abis. That's 2 4-pointers coming from Justin Brownlee.
Noong game number 1, ito yung nangyari sa dulo. They gave it to Justin, and he did some magic to win it off the glass. 2-point victory yun para sa Barangay Ginebra. Sa game number 2 naman, si Calvin Oftana meant all business All sorts of shots, turn around, up and unders, three-pointers. He was doing everything.
He had 31 points.
That's right. Kaya naman nagwagi ang TNT doon. Sa game number 3 naman, si Holt set the tone. He was throwing it up from everywhere in the first quarter. And they opened that lead and didn't look back.
Of course, in that game, nag-triple-double si Scottie Thompson, nag-41 points. Si Justin Brownlee. But this night, belongs to Jordan Herring for TNT.
So far, Dean.
So
Kasi
far.
5:41 pa eh.
Tagal pa.
12 points na lang ang lamang ng TNT. Naging 20 na yan. Pero agad-agad naman pinababa. 2-4 mula kay JB. Tapos yung Abyss. So,
ang bilis, ano?
Suddenly, 26 points. You were looking for his points. We said it was below 20. Now he's got 26. So he's on route to another 30-point game at least.
Well, with those 2 4-pointers, kaagad 8 points yun. Nadagdagan ang total niya.
So some backcourt pressure from Ralph Koo.
Coach Tim Cohn going with his lineup with Abyss at saka si Ralph Koo. Wala si Scottie Thompson sa loob.
Wala si Scottie, tsaka wala si Troy.
Yes, but nandyan si Japet, who's very well rested. And of course, si Abarientos, who needs to get his game going dito. As we mentioned, only 2 points in the entire second half so far.
There was a goaltending violation.
Oh, wow. This came really late. Yung tapik-tik ni Brandon Ganuela Frofen na sinabi natin, that's allowed.
It's goaltending.
It's goaltending. So, you know, tayo dito, parang wala talaga tayong karapatan humirit kasi kanina, kamali na rin tayo dun sa unang tawag na foul kay Japet.
Well, maybe that ball is still above the cylinder. That's the reason kung bakit pinagay nila. Ito. So that,
I don't know about that. The call has been made. So now it's just a 10-point lead. And then TNT almost lost it. Galinato's creating space. And they're going to call a foul on Ginebra. Japet Aguilar is guilty. So Galinato fighting for that one. But I'd like to see another angle on that goaltend though. And it did take them a lot of time to review that.
Marami ng dead ball.
So 10 na lang yan, nahati na yung lamang, guys. Kaya talagang anybody's ball game pa ito with 5:24 to go. Oftana down to McCullough. Outside to Calvin, takes the 3. Foul is called away from the ball. Abarientos was holding on to Galinato Jr.
penalty situation with 5:18 and 0.5 seconds.
So free throws para kay Galinato. The comeback is alive though. You know, it's still down to just 10.
Right.
Gets the first. Back to 11 is the lead. Ginebra for sure has still some fight in it. We know that. We've seen it too often.
Right. Mga Justin Brownlee show.
Back to 12. But TNT did lose a 20-point lead. Allowing those outside bombs to make it. This guy was one of them. He hit a 3. Now it's Koo. Looking for Brownlee. Hindi na maibigay. Finally, the pass gets to JB with 4 to shoot. Balik kay Abarientos. He likes to shoot under pressure. But he misses there. And McCullough, another rebound. He's been controlling the board, si Chris McCullough. Ilang boards na ba yan si Chris McCullough? Must be in double digits by now.
Could be.
And Heading wisely brings it out. Ginebra playing tough defense. You see them. They're in that stance. The pass gets to Pogoy. That's a miss. Galinato will tip. And again. And again. And he keeps fighting for it. Galinato being a factor right now.
The rebound is
Rebounding, yes.
He's a bit undersized in that front line, si Galinato, but he's got leaping ability and a wide body and obvious strength. 4 rebounds for him. 2 of those rebounds came here. Offensive rebound type. Plus he's knocking in free throws. There's Simon and Ciso yet to see action, but of course always a very animated cheerleader, whichever team he's on.
Yes. Sometimes you need that in the bench.
A guy I saw who's been coaching and cheering and doing all that, Poy Eram, who's behind the bench in street clothes. So a split. That's a Baker's dozen lead para sa TNT. Koo down to Brownlee. Pogoy still trying to guard him. Short hook is easy para kay JB. I think they're going to go to him more often from here on.
28 points para sa kanya. Big difference here is the rebounding. They're plus 20 ang TNT over Barangay Ginebra.
Balik kay McCullough! For the jam! Chris McCullough finding that lane wide open. He parked it like the Red Sea. And he put it home.
Parang nagising ng fourth quarter, no?
Japet though, getting the contact, but finishing as well.
Now they're trading baskets. And for Barangay Ginebra, you need stops.
For TNT, that's perfectly fine.
Oo.
Palitan na lang tayo kung gusto nyo. Detres si McCullough. What a
that's a
fight
dagger.
for that to go!
Kasi nga, no?
Wala pa siya napapasok na ganyan.
Ngayon, now only, now.
That's a dagger.
That
Right now,
started
TNT
with
already 100 points.
Yeah.
And the layup doesn't go for Brownlee, and Japet is blocked by Galinato, who they say fouled him. May challenge pa ba ang TNT? Meron ba, di ba?
No,
But they got a successful one, so they do have one. But it looks like Coach Chot's gonna say, no, huwag na muna. 3:20 to go. Baka may mas importante pa, maybe later on.
They're up by 14 at this stage. Huh? They're up by 14 at this stage.
What a big three. The dunk first, which I was about to say was, even if it's a dunk, it's just 2 points. Na sinagot agad. Problema, tres naman ang binalik.
At saka yung pasa galing kay Jordan Heading.
So Heading's doing it all.
Oh yeah, not only scoring, finding the open guy.
He got confidence when he posted up Justin that 2 times down in the third or fourth quarter. Si McCullough.
Oo nga, early yan dito sa fourth. Or late third tapos early fourth. Yeah.
Right.
Twice he got him.
That's when he got his confidence.
12 ang lamang, 3:14 to go.
Well, that defense of TNT have to give credit. They've held Ginebra to only 15 assists. Ginebra had 27 assists in the previous game.
And there is McCullough. He's clustered baskets here in this these past couple of minutes. A 2, a 3, a 2.
And I think yung napagsabihan niya ni Coach Shot, attack inside. Don't settle for those outside shots. Vary your points of attack, and that's exactly what they're doing.
Japet still making that one. Tuloy-tuloy pa rin. They're still fighting Barangay Ginebra.
Well down.
Last run. If he never wants to catch up, last run lang.
That means defense.
TNT doing things right. You know, they had to come back strong sa game na ito. Heading the miss. Rebound taken by Koo. Here's an opportunity para sa Ginebra. Up ahead to Abis. Abis is fouled by Heading. He'll take 2 free throws. Heading claiming he just went up straight.
I imagine si Coach Tim playing with Abis and Ralph Koo in the end, no? No Scotty, no Troy.
That's exactly what he did. Nung game number 2, ganun din ginawa niya.
That's right.
Game number 2, which he never lost. He sat down Scotty, Troy Rosario, Japet Aguilar in the 4th period.
Maybe he feels that the game's already out of hand. He thinks maybe he'd like to reserve his starters for the next game. But
dahil nga sabi natin, baka nalulobat na ng konti.
Yun yung calculated gamble ni Coach Tim sa game 2. Eh, kino ba nangyari sa game number 3? Bumulusok sila.
This guy's a sweet shooter. Ha? Dito mo naman, simple-simple lang yung pitik niya doon sa free throw niya. At babaan na naman sa 10. Ang lamang ng TNT. Of course, now they have the luxury of just 2:15 remaining. But they can't get complacent.
No.
There's the kick. Oh!
That's way
off Tana.
Way past the reach.
If he was Bol Manute Bol, probably could have gotten that one.
Yep.
But he's back in the States, and that was straight into the audience. Si Poy Eram yung pinasahan eh.
I know, wild yung pasa.
Almost a steal.
Negligence will cost you. Oh, that's a foul. And they're giving free throws to Brownlee.
Aral Pogoy called for the foul. That'll be number 5. Penalty situation. Brownlee is going to be
Pogoy is claiming, I did not touch him. Hindi ko siya nahawakan.
Like, how many feet from the basket right here?
Oh.
If they have a challenge left, they can use it.
Doesn't look like they're going to. As we see JB, who's going to cut it to single digits. I don't think he's going to miss 2. Justin Brownlee gets that first one.
This lead could go down to 8. Jason Castro is checking back in.
Yun naman yung mga fans all surrounding us on all sides. And they're already going on the edge of their seat and getting excited because they're anticipating another burst from Ginebra.
And what a beautiful angle of that shot with Coach Tim and Coach Chuck.
8 na lang yan. Who wants to inbound the ball?
RJ Barrientos calling his teammates to put some pressure in the backcourt. Tuloy nagdadala ng bola si McCullough.
We are in the last 2 minutes. The Ginebra faithful trying to come alive, chanting Ginebra, trying to pump up their team. A last stand perhaps as Castro orchestrates. They go to McCullough, who will drive to the basket and miss, but get fouled as well. It's been foul against foul in several sequences dito sa fourth quarter. Actually, so many fouls called in this game. Penalty has been a standard in each of the quarters, I believe.
Early penalty.
2 free throws. First, McCullough.
Stephen Holt, hindi na natin nakita dito sa fourth period.
Even Troy, I don't think he played the fourth.
That's right.
I'm looking at McCullough. He looks a bit tired as well. Pagod na rin.
Remember, he scored 44 points in the previous game. But this guy certainly has a lot more energy than anyone on the floor. Yung atake niya sa basket, no?
You never know what's going on sa mga utak ng mga coaches natin. You know, what Coach Tim is thinking, leaving guys like Kunga, as you said, and Abis this long in the game, and trying to fight back. Coach Chot, on the other hand, you know, bringing back in Pogoy at a certain point with those 4 fouls or leaving him in earlier. Sana couldn't shoot, but he let him play hanggang nakuha niya yung tira niya.
Pogoy.
Iba talaga utak ng mga coaches eh.
Talaga. So, walang ano.
Against Pogoy.
There's another hook shot. JB keeps plugging away, down to 8 again.
And it's Pogoy once more defending him.
So he's going straight at Pogoy once more. Also,
that was the script in the first period.
Castro. They're going to squeeze the clock as much as they can, TNT. Castro into the paint. The kick to McCullough. Extra pass to Oftana. A miss. Here comes Ginebra with 1 minute and 7. Abis inside to Aguilar and taken away. Oftana had a similar pass like that in game number 3. Diba? Big, mahabol na sila.
Big turnover.
Yeah.
With less than a minute to go in this game.
And you heard that sigh from the crowd. The Ginebra faithful, parang sayang naman. Castro. That's a foul on BGR. Siya naman ang tutungo sa linya para sa 2 free throws. And you know how new this guy is now dito sa PBA. And it's like you can't even say na, oh, ano ba naman yan? Kasi
he's a rookie.
It's a tough situation for him. And he did make a big 3 earlier.
He did. He just made this mistake, but he's a rookie. So.
Who hardly gets to play.
Well, gets to play in the finals. This is elimination.
Not making excuses. Hindi tayo, we're not the rep of John Abis.
No, but you know,
another miss.
Feel for the guy.
The coach Tim Cone giving him the opportunity.
Best.
Yeah, he's giving him the opportunity to play under pressure. And this is gonna be good long term in his career.
Some of the fans have given up, Dean and Coach John, as they head out. But the 2 misses. So a quick basket
by Japet.
Who will try to bring it across?
Score a 4.
Are they looking for a 4?
They're trying to go to Barrientos, and they're going to say it's a foul. So free throws naman para kay RJ, which would cut this to just 6.
They stopped the clock. 31 seconds to go. Titira ng free throws si RJ.
You know, both these teams, TNT and Ginebra, have made it difficult for themselves in the end game. In every game, laging mahabol yung kalaban.
Every game, they find a way to come back. Every game.
One team finds a way to come back, the other team gives them ways to come back. Ganun ka-tough talaga pag nasa finals. 31.1 remaining, but will remain on to see, talk about what's going on. You know, some of the faithful, as I said, are making a beeline for the exits. Pero yung iba andito, pero umaasa pa rin, Coach Jong.
Baka sakali 30 seconds. If they make 2, then naagaw, steal. Pwede pa, anything can happen. Anything can happen.
imports, of course, top level. Justin Brownlee, ito yung pagkalat ng scoring niya. Nakaka-14 na siya rito for a total of 32. So he's scattering once again yung kanyang points. And then Chris McCullough came alive late.
That's when it started. These 2 posts and then everything. He got confidence. Because he was trampling really at the start.
Yes. So Chris McCullough, 24 total, 13 versus 14 sila dito sa fourth quarter. Nabuhay yung dalawang imports talaga rito. But early on, not so much, especially this guy.
Especially si McCullough, yeah.
Well, it's been quite a struggle sa larong ito. As far as rebounding was concerned, second chance points, lamang na lamang ang TNT. Those hustle points, and you feel a lack of the usual energy ng Barangay Ginebra because they overextended themselves in the previous game because of the short rotation.
Right.
Head-to-head, ito yung labanan ng Ginebra at ng TNT through the years. And TNT does have the better end of that, di ba? 4-1, 4-2.
4-2
kanila.
Yeah, 4 against 2. Yeah.
What if kung manalo dito ang TNT to tie the series, we are guaranteed a game number 6.
Tama ka ba dyan, Coach Jong?
No,
Any of those matchups, never.
I don't think so, no.
The head-to-head matchups.
So, Barrientos at the line for 2. Time has been stopped.
Yeah. In the last 3 finals matchups between these 2 teams, pinanalo ng TNT every one of those face-offs.
Right.
And of course, we remember Ronde Hollis Jefferson. He gets that one to go. It's down to 6. 31 seconds left. Ostana is trapped. They go to Castro. He'll cross that timeline quickly, as usual.
They're not going to give it the foul. Sayang.
And TNT just trying not to be careless here. As Ostana is fouled by Ralph Koo, who looks at the referee and says, I'm trying to foul him. Call it already, ref.
I was going to say that why give up the foul because this will just extend the lead. But then, you have no option.
Sana ka natatawa. Di, natatawa ako kanina. Konting kiskisan lang, may foul na. Ito, pinapalo na ni Ralph Koo. Hindi pa rin pumipito yung referee.
Yep. Wala. No recourse na ang Barangay Ginebra. They needed to give it to foul. When they couldn't get the steal and time was ticking away, ang sinyalis ni Coach Tim Cole, give up the foul. Stop the clock. That's now a 7-point lead. Mahirap-hirap na to for Barangay Ginebra and for TNT. Credit their defense.
11-6 para kay Calvin of 12 points and 6 rebounds. Not a great bounce back, but enough of a bounce back mula sa kanyang horrible Game 3 performance. But this guy's been quiet dito sa second half. Barrientos passed it to Abis, tapped out of bounds by McCullough. With 10 seconds to go, and TNT looks on its way to evening up this best-of-7 series.
And another game on Sunday.
And it's going to be very interesting.
Friday muna.
Friday.
Maybe that's why.
Abot talaga ng Sunday.
Abot. There will be a game number 6.
Maybe that's why Coach Tim rested because they have 1 day to rest.
Yes.
And then back again on Friday.
Itong calculated risk na ginagamit ang ginagawa ni Coach Tim Cole.
And now more of the faithful are leaving. They're getting up, heading for the exits. At a certain point in time, you have to concede. Diba? Well, kahit gusto mo sana until the very end.
Sana.
Mag-uunahan na ito sa mga sasakyan para mauna palabas. But McCullough now will head to the line. But that's the beauty of a 7-game series. Diba?
McCullough only had 11 points at the end of 3 quarters.
That's right. Biglang humataw.
Biglang humataw.
You know, but the guy who made things happen for TNT was Jordan Henning. When he erupted, he set the stage for the heroics ni McCullough down the stretch. Hustle points. Yun ang nakuha dito ng TNT. Yung rebounding, yung second chance points. And tapos holding also Barangay Ginebra to less than 20 assists in this game. When Ginebra is averaging more than 20. in the finals.
Swerte rin tong TNT. They started missing free throws late in the game already. Sunod-sunod ng mintis nila. But that's enough to get victory. And there is a smattering of TNT fans here, and we heard them cheer as the buzzer sounded because their team has now evened up the series.
Yes, 2-2. And that's the finals for you.
It was a great effort on the part of TNT. Also, yung pagpasok ni Jason Castro as a starter for the first time in the finals, that also made a difference.
And that's the guy, the main man, Dean. Kaya naman, naka-breakaway ng konti ang TNT at one point, and he was largely the reason for that Jordan heading.
There's the PBA Vice Chairman, Francis Chua, talking to Coach Chot Reyes, and no doubt congratulating this victory of TNT to even the series at 2 wins apiece. 29 points ang ginawa ni Jordan Heading, along with those rebounds and assists. 5 out of 7 from 3-point distance. Heading did it all.
Ganda talaga laro ni Jordan Heading. He set the tone. The rest followed. He was the main guy, definitely, without a doubt. Best player ng game na ito. Pero ang serya natin, 2-all na. It goes down to a best of 3. Next team to win 2 will get the championship in the Commissioner's Cup of the 50th season. That's our final score, 106-98. And, you know, Coach Jong and the Dean, what a game this was. But then TNT at a certain point broke it open, went up to 20, at hindi na nakabalik ang Ginebra. Ito ang susunod na laro sa Biyernes, dito rin sa Smart Araneta.
It's going to be an exciting ball game because that's the tiebreaker. Yung game number 5. We're all squared up now at 2 wins apiece. But what a big regrouping ang ginawa ng TNT. And for Barangay Ginebra, they need to be able to recover. They overextended themselves in game number 3. They gave up game number 4, but there will be a game number 5.
The best adjustment coaches, Coach Tim and Coach Chot. Kaya, you know, the games go alternate.
That's right. So it's your move. What's next, Coach Tim? Coach Jong, Coach Chot will try to protect. So that does it for us dito sa Big Dome. Yan. Sa Smart Araneta Coliseum. Para kay Coach Jong Uchico, thanks for joining us, Coach. The Dean Quinito, hands on the rest of our team dito sa ating game number 4. I'm Charlie Cuna. Bea Escudero is with us also at courtside. Maraming salamat for joining us. Game 5 sa Biyernes. Panuorin niyo po yun.
Meron pa tayo.
You really kept TNT afloat in terms of offense in that first half, being the only player in double digits. What allowed you to find your rhythm early when it was just not clicking for the team?
Yeah, I mean, my teammates just did a really good job at finding me in some comfortable spots for myself and was able to take advantage.
In those last 2 quarters, Jordan, we saw you not only score but also create opportunities for the team. You got Aftana going, CMAC as well. How important was it for you to really make that shift and get them going as well?
Yeah, I mean, both of those guys were incredible down the stretch. I mean, just being able to try and give CMAC a little bit of a closeout, and he's pretty lethal at that point. So makes my job pretty easy, just give him the ball. And then we all know who Calvin Aftana is, so yeah.
Jordan, we had a great crowd here tonight. 16,000 showed up here at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. Do you have anybody to thank or to greet?
Yeah, I mean, shout out to all the TNT fans that are sticking around right now as well. You know, we feel your guys' love. And also, you know, my old high school in Taiwan, you know, they had a few people showing up tonight as well. So it was good. It was good that they could come out and see a game.
All right, thank you so much for your time, Jordan. Congratulations. Let's now turn it over to the post-game press conference with our winning coach.
We are now joined by TNT coach Chot Reyes. Coach, congrats on the win. Coach, talk about yung pag-step up ni Jordan Heading on offense and your team limiting Ginebra to a field goal during one stretch of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I think that's the key was our defense. Jordan had a good shooting night and he He really kept us in the ball game in the first half when McCullough was struggling. But I think the combination of Jordan's shooting and the scoring of the other players outside of McCullough, with our defense, kept us in the ball game, gave us a chance to pull it off in the end.
Game number 4 ng serye, TNT looking to tie it up. And Ginebra wanting to have a big 3-1 lead in the first quarter. Well, before we started, syempre nag-awarding muna ng best import si Justin Brownlee. At ang best player ng komperensya ay kanyang kakampi, si RJ Barrientos.
Big moments for Brownlee at saka si Barrientos before the actual game started.
Ayan, si RJ. Na talaga naman deserving para sa conference na ito. I don't think there's any debate about that. So, isip niya doon tuwa.
Kaya ako, yung team ko, ayaw ko nananalo ng mga best
Yeah, that happens a lot though. But in the first quarter, RJ did immediately show us yung kanyang galing. Mga drive na katulad niyan and fading away. You know, he's done that time and again sa ating playoffs. We see it often.
Yeah, he was such ang galing niya. Such skill, he did everything. Galing ng offense ni RJ.
Pero ito, nice feed from Oftana, dropping it over to BGR for the emphatic two-handed slam.
Well, Oftana was passing the ball. He was struggling again on offense. Pero magandang ginawa niya. Ito naman si Oftana, Calvin, also showing that, you know, his offense, you cannot discount. Pero si JB, ibang klase. Ibang klase rin si JB. He did it all game long. He attacked the mismatch at the post against Aral Pogoy.
Palagay ko, bago matulog si Pogoy, iniisip niya si Justin Brownlee mamaya. Natirahan siya ilang beses. Come the second quarter, Troy Rosario, his usual rolling to the basket, getting the pass and finishing on the reverse. He does that often as well. But then, Jordan Heading came alive too in the second quarter.
Second quarter, Jordan Heading carried the offense for TNT. I think he had 15 or 18 points in the first half.
Ganda ng kanyang pinakita from three-point range. Did hit most of his three-pointers in this game.
But here's RJ Barrientos. He just kept on throwing all those impossible shots. Pumasok na naman yun. That's a 3.
Napawaw nga tayo nung napasok niya yun kasi parang papasa siya bigla ng pinag sa basket. But Jason Castro was a factor in this game for sure. You noticed it din at the start of the game na siya yung isa sa mga starters and I guess it set him off on the right foot.
Well, he finished in double figures. And ito na naman si RJ Barrientos scoring once more.
RJ in the first half was awesome. At as we see this, yung kanyang mga tira na konting-konting espasyo lang nabibigay sa kanya, kaya niya itira.
That's all he needs is space and you don't want to give him space.
They give him too much space.
Yeah, Brownlee giving him also a nice screen. At si Castro naman bumawi. The blur versus the blitz. Yan ang nangyari dito.
Ito yung pangalawa. Sandwiching yung tres ni Castro, yung dalawang tres ni Barrientos bago natapos ang ating first half. Yan ang ating score. Lamang lang ng 3 ang Barangay Ginebra. Tapos sa halftime, ito nabigyan ng plake si Scottie Thompson para i-acknowledge yung kanyang career milestone. 5,000 points, 103rd player overall to achieve that.
Yeah, but he only scored, congratulations Scottie, but he only scored what, how many points in today's game?
Limitadong lipinado si Scottie rito eh.
Yeah.
Only 4 points in this contest. That's coming off a triple-double performance.
And here are 2 of those points. Quick in the second half, he drove at the baseline and got the first blood in that third quarter. But we didn't hear much of him anymore after that. And then TNT, sumunod-sunod na. Ito yung napunta swerte kay Pogoy. Nag-aantay lang bago siya mas-sub out dahil 4 foul siya. Naka-tres pa.
Nasuswerte sila ng pulot ng bola to keep themselves in the game.
Ito naman si Japet Aguilar. Watch that pass coming from Barrientos. And then the skyhook.
On the other side, Calvin Oftana set up by Jordan Heading. He put that 3 in his only 3-pointer of the game, actually.
And that was a big one. But it wasn't just the offense. TNT held Barangay Ginebra to 15 points in that quarter.
7-point lead entering the fourth para sa TNT. TNT increased it all the way to 20. But then nag-comeback itong Ginebra as Heading hits that layup. So it was a very comfortable lead pero medyo humataw ang Ginebra. Naging uncomfortable ng konti ang TNT.
Yes, Brownlee at saka si Ibis Brownlee had 4 points and then isang Ibis had 3 points. Duwaba yung lead.
But Bacolod came alive. You know, as we mentioned, the fourth quarter was his quarter. May three-pointer, may slam dunk. Iba-ibang klaseng tira ang ginawa niya. Taka free throws siya, pumapasok din.
Yes.
Ito nakita natin yung pick and roll. Nice pass coming from Jordan Heading after Bacolod gave him a screen.
Let's watch this one. Jordan Heading finding Bacolod again. And this was big because that lead was down to single digits already almost, and he hit that three-pointer to spread it open once again. But Ginebra wasn't done. Sinigurado lang ng TNT na there's enough distance to get this victory.
Correct, yes. Nagkulang lang oras yung Ginebra. They caught back but they just lacked some time.
Napapalakpak si Coach Chot because they won this game and tied up the series.
Nakahinga.
Now 2-2, yeah? Nakahinga.
Yes.
Hello once again, PBA fans. It's Carla Lizardo Sulet welcoming you back to our live chat party. And that is a wrap for game number 4 of the 50th season ng Commissioner's Cup Finals. TNT taking the win. Tabla na tayo 2-all. Ang ating final score, 106-98 against Barangay Ginebra. And this game was close in the first half. Ginebra actually had a 3-point lead at the half. But in the second half, TNT really found their rhythms thanks to very good defense and some hot shooting. And they were able to break the game wide open in the fourth quarter. Of course, through to the series, diba? In the last few minutes of the game, talagang nag-comeback ang kalaban na team. Ginebra tried to make a comeback here in the fourth quarter, but TNT was able to successfully protect their lead to tie things up at 2-all para sa ating final series. There were 16,823 PBA fans in attendance watching live at the Smart Araneta Coliseum, and of course hundreds of thousands watching online. Maraming salamat sa inyong pagtutok sa ating PBA final series right here sa ating One Sports YouTube channel. Let's check out the stats from the game. Sa 3-point shooting, lumamang ang TNT. They were able to hit 11 threes, 11 out of 29. Ginebra only able to hit 5 out of 21. But it was really the hustle points that gave TNT the win. Lamang sila sa rebounding, 47-31. Offensive rebounding, fighting for every ball, 17-6 against Ginebra. They also had the leads sa second chance points, 8-0. They limited Ginebra to below 20 assists, and their bench points to 41-24. Nag-deliver talaga ang bench ng TNT to be able to pull them to victory here today. And let's check out the top scorers. Ang best player of the game, Jordan Heading with 29 points, 18 in the first half, 5 out of 7 from the 3-point area, 6 rebounds, 8 assists. Hands down best player of the game. Bacolod had 24, no points in the first quarter, pero bumawi siya sa second half, hitting 13 in the fourth quarter. He had 14 rebounds and 5 assists. And the Blur, Jason Castro with 14 points, 3 rebounds, hitting 5 out of 8 from the field. Para naman sa kabila, para dito sa Barangay Ginebra, Brownlee had 32 points, 14 in the 21, 17 in the first half, 4 assists, 8 out of 14 from the field, followed by Japeth Aguilar with 12 points and 5 rebounds. Let's check out the highlights from the second half. In the third quarter, lamang ang Barangay Ginebra by 5, but Jason Castro is a blur to the basket. Closing the gap here, 3 points down ang TNT. JB finds Japeth for the end one play. Now foul trouble na si RR Pugoy, but hits a 3-pointer here in the third quarter. Things are still close. TNT down by 2. RJ, one-legged fadeaway. Of course, that will go in para dito sa ating best player of the conference. Now Bacolod on the run, just bulldozing his way to the hoop. TNT will take the lead 64-63. Heading with a fast break layup. He was the best player leading the scoring para dito sa TNT, and Calvin Oftana will hit a three-pointer to give TNT a 7-point lead. And we move on to the fourth quarter. Stingray making his presence felt para dito sa TNT in the fourth quarter. TNT pulling away 12 points up now. RR Pugoy, big offensive rebound and the putback. Yan yung sinasabi kong hustle points na nagpanalo dito sa TNT. And Heading's hot shooting continues here in the fourth quarter, extending the lead to a comfortable 17 points. But Brownlee says, huwag kayo mag-relax agad-agad. Back-to-back 4-pointers para dito kay JB to cut the lead down here in the fourth quarter. TNT up 95-84. Chris McCullough with a thunderous slam. Bumawi sa kanyang no points in the first quarter. Nilabas niya dito sa fourth quarter, delivering the finishing kick. Right here is Chris McCullough giving TNT the win here in game number 4. Now let's do some shout-outs. Hi to Rafael from Singapore. Janrick was cheering for TNT from Northern Mariana Islands. Roderick also cheering for TNT from Bulacan. We have Leonard from Guimaras also cheering for TNT. Congratulations sa mga TNT fans. We have Joel cheering for Ginebra from Northern Samar, Annalie from San Jose del Monte, Bulacan. We have Don watching from Aurora, the Fronda fam from Kidapawan City, Eva from Nueva Ecija, Mike from Zambales. We have Joshua from Olongapo, Paulo from Cebu. Wow, we have PBA fans from all around the world and all around the Philippines. We have Nasrullah watching from Maguindanao del Sur, Mark and his family from Missouri, USA. Happy birthday kay Zuriel. Sabi ni DDGG, asa na po yung guitar mo? Wala na sa background. Ayan po, nilabas ko na. Para lang sa'yo. Si John is watching from Taiwan. Nag-shoutout siya sa Texan fam watching from Bataan. Never say die sila. Arnaldo and Lorna watching from Guam. JK from Sydney. And finally, Robina from Singapore. Thank you so much to all the PBA fans who joined us for our live chat party. And as early as now, I'm inviting everyone to join our PBA live chat, our next PBA live chat that will happen on the finals, Game 5 between Barangay Ginebra San Miguel and TNT Tropang 5G on Friday, June 11 at 7:30 p.m. That is happening at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. But of course, kung hindi kayo makakanood ng live, magkuntuhan tayo dito sa ating One Sports YouTube channel. And before we go, reminding everyone to check out, make that June 12. I stand corrected. Friday, June 12 at 7:30 p.m. All right, so before we all get some rest after an amazing Game 4, reminding everyone to check out TapTapSend para sa mabilis, safe at sulit na padalove to the Philippines. Download TapTapSend, the trusted remittance best friend of OFWs worldwide. No digital money transfer. This is a digital money transfer and no transfer fee to mobile banks and e-wallets. And of course, alam ko lahat kayo sports fans, kaya tumutok lang kayo sa social media ng One Sports. We are on every platform, YouTube, Facebook, X, Reddit, Instagram, and TikTok. Once again, my name is Carla Lizardo Sulit. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight, and I'll see you on Friday.